entering a brand new era. Things are not quite so old school. There's tons of exclusive content, should be pretty cool. 24 full years of questing, to make sure devs were doing great. RuneScape 3 Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, questing through 2008. Welcome back to November 26th, 2008. We're here at the Legends Guild for a truly legendary update. It's going to be quite the thing today. We're starting directly off with the next quest. While Guthix sleeps. Starting here in the Legends Guild, we are here. Requirements. Defender of Varrock, Dream Mentor, Legends Quest, The Path of Glofri, Tears of Guthix, Wanted, The Hunt for Surrak Mini Quest, Shiloh Village, Temple of Ikov, Entrance into the Warriors Guild, 75 Magic, 65 Herblore, 65 Farming, 40 Defense, 60 Thieving, 55 Hunter, 25 Agility, and 23 Summoning. Also, follows the events of Nature Spirit. But also, this is missing a lot of the requirements that used to be here. These are the quote-unquote narrative requirements, but the original required many more things. 65 Defense, Hand in the Sand, King's Ransom, Morning's End Part 2, Recipe for Disaster, Summer's End, Zogre Flesh Eaters, Swan Song, and 270 quest points, which is the maximum quest points as it currently stands. Truly required feats of strength everywhere. The hardest things, the highest level bits, the ends of various things which aren't technically required or narratively related. But in order to test this first Grandmaster quest, you really needed to be experienced. Or that was basically the thought. As things progressed and more quest points were available, it becomes easier to accomplish without doing every single thing. And then the other quests were removed later. But we've done everything up to this point, so we are right where we're supposed to be. In terms of item requirements, we need logs, which we could chop, a ring of Karos, at least one elemental runes and mind runes, Snapdragon Seed that we can purchase. Did used to cost more, like in the 20,000 range or Grand Exchange price. Now it's only 100. A pink die or 20 coins. We'll just do the coins. A lantern lens, more runes, lunar spellbook for NPC contact if you're doing that. Unpowered orb, charge orb spell, elite black stuff, and Dagenhai robes, which we'll get during the quest. Law runes, death runes, sapphire lantern, and also a seed dibber and a knife. And you'll defeat multiple foes up to 119 combat. We're level 120, so we should be fine, right? Length is very, very long. Indeed, it sure is. And this is Grandmaster tier. In the dark and forgotten corners of the world, evil plans will be unveiled. Despite our best efforts in the past, we have simply failed. Will heroes rise to take on these new threats? Or will it all be up to us? Place your bets. Majrat machinations way down in the deeps. There's a lot to do while Guthix sleeps. Let's get right to it. Enter the Legends Guild. In a little bit since we unlocked this place back at the end of classic and all that. Radimus Urkel, do you have a quest for me? Ah, yes, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic. It might not be the sort of quest you've come to expect, but you could be right for the job with your experiences in Karamja. Okay, what are the details? Well, it's all quite hush-hush. I've been approached by a lady of some note, an influential druidess in Taverley. She is organizing a sort of mission to Karamja. A mission to Karamja. Yes, do let me finish, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic. Otherwise, we may be here all day. This druidess represents a collective who wish to travel to Karamja. The details are sketchy, but I believe they intend to set up a new place of worship for the followers of Guthix. In the jungle? It makes sense. Seeing how most places in Karamja are surrounded by nature, Guthix is reported to gain his powers from nature. So are you interested? What sort of mission is this? I don't have many details, as I said before, but I believe they want to build a place of worship for Guthix out in Karamja. They probably want someone to act as a guide and advisor while on the trip. Is it going to be dangerous? I'd assume that it will be, and prepare for the very worst, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic. From my understanding of the mission, the organizers are aware of the risks in this area. I would expect this to be perhaps the most challenging and dangerous undertaking of your adventuring career to date. What sort of reward will I get for the mission? And that's really for you to sort out with my contact, but I'm afraid you can't meet her until I have your word that you agree to undertake this mission. Yes, I'm interested. Where do I report? Accept quest. Okay, great. I knew you'd be the right person for the job. You'll need to talk to a druidess called Ivy Sophista in Taverley. I believe she's located in one of the buildings opposite the Summoner's House. In order that she knows you've been sent by me, you agree to a simple passphrase. You need to say the following when you meet her. Our friend in common places, great faith in totems. Okay, great. I'll head there immediately. Fantastic. Taverley is a doable location for us, as our house is in Taverley. Works for me. Across from the summoning shop. Everything moves slightly with the obvious massive changes to Taverley here. But I guess the job done. We can get there. Could potentially went the other way around, but doesn't matter. Opposite the summoning shop. Gonna be doing some more summoning here pretty soon. Now I've got plans. Here is Ivy Sophista. And here with the crystal chest. Talk about while Guthix sleeps. Hi there. Yes, can I help you? Radimus Urkel sent me. That is not the passphrase. You have a quest for me. Our trends in stolen traces place great swatches in tokens. No. Our friend in common places great faith in totems. Good. I'm glad you've arrived. Meet Therisk upstairs. There's much to discuss, and Lucian's spies are everywhere. Lucian? Shush, upstairs. Alright. Spies. Therisk Symphier. Well met, Therisk. Ivy sent me. Apparently there is a task you need some help with. A mission to Karamja, I believe. Ivy mentioned Lucian, though, and I'm not sure why. The mission to Karamja was a necessary cover story, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic. Rodimus recommends you, that's good. There is little point in risking his life with the information I'm about to impart. You told the head of the Legends Guild a cover story, so his life wouldn't be in danger. Is this level of secrecy really necessary? It is. Strangers have appeared in Taverley, and several of our brethren have been murdered in truly terrifying circumstances. Murders in Taverley? Why? First, a little background. I helped to organize a group called Crux Equal. We are followers of Guthix, who are concerned with the state of the world at large. Too long have Guthix's followers been spellbound by the beauty of nature, when they should be using their powers to fight those that throw the wider world into the chaos of imbalance. Sounds quite forward-thinking for a group of druids. Some druids do defend the weak and fight against oppression, though. That's not my point. The elder druids within Taverley are cautious about the larger issues that need attention. Like the Majrat. Especially the one called Lucian. His insatiable hunger for power is a cause for concern. Many of our operatives researching Lucian's movements have met with a stealthy, violent death. These deaths are messages from Lucian's henchmen, warnings that we should stay away. That sounds awful! We believe that Lucian is already very powerful since getting the Staff of Armadil. He also established a lethal network of spies, assassins, and thugs who are subverting our ability to keep track of his plans. Consider it. Zamorak was once a Majrat until he used the Staff of Armadil to attain godhood. Shush, a moment, brother. Someone's approaching from down the stairs. Let's wait for them to pass. It is assassins! Uh-oh. They are weak. They should have sent stronger assassins. That's why we're here. Well, there's a rock here. There's, are you okay? Yes, I think so. Now those filthy assassins are dead. Do you understand why the level of secrecy needs to be maintained? Yes, of course. Hadn't realized that Lucian had become so powerful. None of us had. And that's why we find ourselves in this situation. What efforts are you making against Lucian? We're trying to track his movements. He's in the north somewhere, perhaps near the wilderness. We have heard a lot of reports that he has spies around Draenor Village. Probably seen a few of those. Why are they in that area? We don't know. We have reports that a stranger entered the Lumbridge Swamp Caves at the time these spies started arriving. Apparently he's a treasure hunter by the name of Mavario. I was initially going to ask you to go into the wilderness to see if you could track down Lucian, but at this juncture, I'm curious to see what information we can find out about Mavario and what he's up to. Sounds like a bit of a wild goose chase. What would Mavario have to do with Lucian? There may be no connection, but the Temple Knights, the Guardians of Armadil, and members of Crux Equal are all concerned about what it is he's doing down there. What do you know about him? Quite a bit, actually. He's magically trained, has adventured, has ties to the runecrafting and magic guilds. He's also spent a lot of time in various archives. So he's a bit of a history buff. Is that a crime? Maybe not. Well, there is some speculation that he helped Lucian track down the Staff of Armadil in the first place. He is an experienced artifact hunter, after all. He's currently a bit of an unknown quantity, and we need to learn about him. And what are our options? Crux are going to contact the Temple Knights and the Guardians of Armadil. It's time we treated this threat seriously. You must be taking that threat that Lucian poses very seriously if you've decided to all work together. Indeed. Some of the speculation about Mavario's intentions are a bit wild to believe. All these rumors about Fist of Guthix and the Eye of Saradomin, people will believe anything. I know about the Fist of Guthix. No, you were probably thinking of that arena where druids rewarded adventurers for gathering energy from a strange imprint in the floor. In fact, the arena was named after the mythical concept itself. I don't even want to consider that nonsense right now. I still think it's a good idea to have this Mavario character checked out, though, just to be on the safe side. Okay. What do you need me to do? It's very important that we get some background material on Mavario. We think he's working for Lucian, looking for something, but we're not sure what it is. Perhaps a tunnel which leads from the north through the Lumbridge Swamp Caves into Lumbridge? Lucian could march his troops all the way down there without encountering any resistance. Could be. There's also speculation about the Eye of Saradomin, but I don't put much stock in that rubbish. Eye of Saradomin? What's that? It's not really relevant, but it's from a phrase in a translated tome. And power from Saradomin's eye did strike his enemies, and all was wasted and death that appeared about him. It's a metaphorical imagery related to Saradomin's godly powers. Like I say, it's pointless rumor. It's not important. Okay, so how do I start? Learn about Mavario. Find out where he lives, get some proof of what he's researching, and bring it to me. He's studied at the Palace Library in Varrock, so Reldo is likely to have met him. See if Reldo can give you some hints. Reldo, a local librarian, might be my link to a master artifact hunter working with Lucian. Does that seem likely? Reldo is shrewd, observant, and knowledgeable. He may be able to give you all the information you need. Remember, I need some proof of what it is Mavario is researching. Reldo might not be able to give you a specific location, but what information he has could be useful. Okay. Sounds good. Any other questions we have? We can ask him about him. Get some more information about who we're dealing with here. Explain a bit about yourself. Not much to tell, really. I've lived in Taverley most of my life, and was initiated as a druid about 10 years ago. Traveled around most of Gielinor, and I've seen tragedy and heartache, triumph and beauty. I feel that many of my fellow druids are a bit too absorbed in local matters, and should look at the larger picture. I feel angry that some of the weaker people suffer, while stronger individuals tend to oppress those weaker than themselves. And what is it that you do? Certainly. When I returned from my travels around Gielinor, it became clear to me that many of my druidic peers are not aware of the troubles in the world at large. Others feel as I do, so we've worked together, got ourselves organized, and our collective name is Crux Equal. To fight the Majrat, we need to be organized. The Majrat are powerful. I think it's only natural to be fearful of them. But what of Guthix and his power? Surely the Majrat would be wary of your power in turn. To some degree, I expect they are. Don't get me wrong, I am sure that the druids of Gielinor would fight to the last drop of blood if the situation requires it. They're not afraid of using the power of Guthix to fight for balance in this world. So what's the problem? Surely that's all that's needed? My fear is that the likes of Lucian and other Majrat might be aware of our strengths, can easily calculate what forces would be needed to slay every last one of us. And every last soul defending Mistlin and Asgarnia. It is my belief that they could quite easily mount a force of sufficient size to do that. For all we know, it may already be on its way towards Varrock or Falador. Surely the authorities in Mistlin and Asgarnia are scouting for exactly these kinds of forces, preparing to defend against it. While that may be, I feel that more should be done. For years there have been rumors about the Majrat heading north and a buildup of dark power. I, for one, am not happy to live in fear, tormented by rumors. Many more people are also concerned and would rather face what's happening and prepare for it. And why shouldn't we do something about it? Path of Guthix is still the dominant religion of Gielinor, and Guthix grants us the power to not live in fear. That's all very well. What are you actually going to do? We're starting to organize ourselves and share information with like-minded organizations, like the White Knights, the Temple Knights, and the Guardians of Armadil. Many people have pledged support, either through contributions of materials or time. Some are specialized in fields of reconnaissance and combat and are taking direct action against the Lucian's despicable forces. Direct action? That sounds like my cup of tea. That's what I was hoping you would say, my friend. Quoxaqual is a group of people who believe that we should be aware of what the larger world is doing. Its members are generally quite young. We have support of Samfu and Cake Mix, powerful druids who see the sense in being prepared. Well, that's a lot of information to digest. Any more background information? Get as much as we can here. Background information is pretty thin, but what I can tell you is this. The Temple Knights, Guardians of Armadil, and Croxaqual are recruiting experienced fighters of all types, warriors, rangers, and mages. Is it simply because you fear that Lucian is on the offensive, or do you have any further details? Our scouts have been in the wilderness, have witnessed a significant number of single zombies traveling around, seem to be hunting or scouting. They have purpose, intent, and are not limited by the restraints of the living. They do not sleep, they travel fast and unrelentingly. If they spot one of our scouts, they attack mercilessly. Only through luck, guile, and experience have many of our most valuable scouts returned, and those were barely alive. I wonder what they could be looking for. We have also had reports that Lucian is roving the wilderness, raising heroes from the dead. We can only guess at how large his army is, what its purpose is, and when we may have to fight it. This is sounding like a pretty desperate situation. Yes. So you can appreciate how glad I am that you're here. Okay. Sounds like something we can do. First step. We need to go talk to Reldo. Easily accomplished. He's just over there, chilling at the Varrock Library. Teleport to house. Teleport to here. Easy enough. So yeah. Got all kinds of different organizations working together against a foe that's doing quite a bit. On the move, on the attack. Lots to do. Lots to do. Let's see if Reldo has information for us. If he's going to just tell us to look in a book somewhere. This is more of what Mavario's been up to than anything else. What about Lucian and Mavario? Hi, Reldo. Wonder if you know someone called Mavario. Mavario? Oh yes, he's been here a few times. What can you tell me about Mavario? He's certainly an interesting character. He rarely needs help locating books, is reasonably amicable for a scholar, but does get annoyed if interrupted when reading. He speaks with a faint Khazard accent, and like many such scholars, likes to keep to himself. What does Mavario do? Oh, he comes in here from time to time, usually makes lots of notes as he goes. I've seen him read some unusual works. Books on traps, housing improvements, and even divination. He seems particularly interested in the very oldest historical documents. We have quite a collection in the archive, you know. Not much use, though. The language is quite old and barely decipherable. Did you mention traps? Well, apparently a thief by the name of Slick-Fingered McGrew attempted to steal something from Mavario. After his attempt, he was known as No Fingers McGrew. Yes, a bit grisly, to say the least. But one thing No Fingers McGrew was reported to have said was, solving the puzzle arms the trap. And where does Mavario live? Sorry, no idea. Possibly has ties to the Khazard area, but I don't know for certain if that's where he lives. You know how I could track down his lodgings? Huh? Tracking? Now there's a question for a librarian. Do I look like an expert tracker? Why do you want to track down his lodgings anyway? Oh, I was just curious about him. Want to get some information. Nothing bad or anything like that. Well, I've read about some jungle creatures that are able to take a scent and track it down. You probably need to talk to some sort of jungle hunting expert on the matter. Though, and I'm not sure if there are many of those around here. A jungle? Like Gramja? I was thinking more of a temperate jungle than tropical jungle. Perhaps try hunting for an expert in the jungle north of Oolong. Alright. A jungle hunting expert. We can do that. In the jungle, the Feldip Hills area jungle. Hunting expert. Hey there. A creature to help track down a person. Hello there. Hello. How's the hunting? I need to track someone. Heard that there might be an animal that can do that? Ah, yes. I think you mean the wild broav. They have a great sense of smell. Wild broav? What's that? It's a small wild boar. Very wild, not easy to capture either, especially not alive. Then, of course, you'd have to train it. Train it? What do you mean? The broav is quite a sensitive creature. If treated in the correct way, it can be taught to follow scents, making it an excellent tracker. Would I be able to do that? Train it, I mean? I only know of one person who could do that. She's a very experienced hunter and could possibly do it for you, but I don't think she could train you to do it. She's pretty local. You're talking to her. Oh, you. Okay. So I just bring the Roav back to you if I catch one? Yep. Bring the critter to me, and I'll see what I can do. How can I catch a wild Broav? Well, you need to set a trap, similar to the ones used for catching the rupias. A pitfall trap. Instead of jumping over it though, you just need to bait the trap with a fungus. Fungus? Like a mushroom? Yes, but no ordinary mushroom. I got my one from a dark and dismal place called Mauritania. Okay, what's the best place to catch a broav? There's an old pitfall trapping spot to the west you can use. I can tell by the smell coming from your backpack, you already have the bait you need. Use the Mort Meyer fungus to bait the trap to attract the broav. If you catch one, bring it to me. Alright. Sounds like a plan. Just a bit to the west. Past the eagle nest area, it's a trap. And over here is the ogresses and all their stuff they're doing. Pit trap, logs, and a knife. Give it a Mort Meyer fungus. And there you go. Now, Broav should appear. There he is. Wild Broav. He's got a bad temper. I'd like to have a mushroom. Where are you going? Hunter. Sometimes it takes a little bit. Examine the baited trap. Pit trap has been set and baited. Amazing. Wandering. Always coming for it. He's found it. And we didn't put any spikes or anything at the bottom. Just want to collect it alive. You catch a broav. A little bit of hunter XP. Hunter requirement. There you go. Hunting expert. I got it. 100%. I caught a broav. It's unconscious. Okay, I'll key it to you then. Some time passes during which you contemplate some complex theological problems. Yes. And there you go. You need to put other followers away before you can use it. The broav tracks best when it has the scent of the person you're trying to find. Okay. So we got the broav, which can find people, but it needs a scent. And the only current clue we got is it is near the Khazard area. Let's go from Ardoin, that's fine. Charge our prayer here too, why not? Using the lunar staff to get around, got a whole bunch of other supplies. We're still missing a few things, but we do need to keep some inventory space free for doing stuff. There's a lot of stuff out here. There's a lot. Okay. Let's just head through the zoo here. Get down towards the Khazard arena and all that. The fight arena. And all the Khazard stuff over that way. Wield our crystal bow so they know we mean business. My goodness. This is a Grandmaster quest going all over the place. A lot to do, a lot to see. And we're only just getting started. Into the fight arena area. Definitely a Khazard area. And when you're looking for information, where better to go than the local pub? Yeah, a whole bunch of guys in here. Khazard guards and all of them. Angor, the barkeep. Hello. Hi, what can I get you? We have a range of quality brews. I'm looking for someone called Mavario. I don't really know him myself, but I sometimes see him take his laundry to a place just northwest of the fight arena. And that is the information you need. He does his laundry nearby. Wild stuff. Just northwest. There's the clothes racks for all this, all washing baskets, and the Khazard launderer. What can I do for you? Do you know someone called Mavario? Oh yes, Mavario. Oh, well, sorry. I'm not really supposed to divulge client details. Times are tough enough as it is. I can do without losing customers because of my gossiping. Sorry. What do you do here? I mainly take in washing and make sure it's good and clean for my customers. Times are tough, though. Not everyone can afford such a service, and it's affecting my takings. Do you find that very fulfilling? Ah, well, it can be a bit monotonous, and the pay isn't good. I set myself some goals and deliver my washing clean. My customers rarely complain, so I guess I must be doing something right. Either that, or they're afraid of you. Yes, good one. Maybe my customers are pretty important. I'm sure they'd have a word with me if they thought my quality was slipping. Somebody call Mavario? Oh yes, Mavario. Oh, sorry. No gossips. Doesn't want to gossip. Okay, thanks. We need him to gossip. I'd like you to gossip, please. Rub on washing. Talk to some more Khazard guys. Looking for someone called Mavario. I don't really know him myself. I always see him take his laundry at that place just northwest of the fight arena. Everybody knows where he does his laundry. Nobody knows anything else besides just the laundry business. Wild stuff out here. New details, gossiping. Fulfilling. Okay. Missing a dialogue bit here. We know where we need to go. Can we grab some laundry? He needs to give us a thing. What's this there? There's a local Khazardians can help me. I mean, they already have. Need anything else? We've talked to the guards and them. Maybe somebody else in the pub. Or a local. A local. There you go. We just need a third person to tell us that he does his laundry here. Looking for Mavario. No, it's other just because there's laundry here. Yep. Sometimes there's just a step missing. That's alright. Anybody in here got any information? Hello? I was wondering. Well, that's fascinating. Well, alright, I'll be right. I'll be right then. Well, out for land, stranger. I have a few people in here. Khazard guards. Singing badly. Oh, the way to go home. Very badly. You need a sleep and a bath. Wild stuff. Alright. Who else do we need to talk to? Looks like I might be very slightly bugged here. There is supposed to be a bribe option, even if we don't use the Ring of Karaths. 5,000 coins in the inventory. See if we can get it to do it if we put 5,000 coins in the money pouch. Launderer, what can I do for you? And Mavario. Sorry. Nope, not an option. Maybe they got rid of that. Well, they changed other things. Anyways, we have Karaths. We need to be more persuasive. No dialogue to say, man, I just need to be a little more persuasive. No, there you go. And for you, no Mavario. Charm, I need to know where Mavario lives. Charm, tell me all you know about Mavario. Just need to know where he lives. Well, he's a customer here, so I guess he must live somewhere not too far away. But I don't know his actual address. Why? Do you have some post for him or something? Not exactly. Thanks for the information. You've been very helpful. And tell me all you know about Mavario. Well, he doesn't tend to wash very well around the neckline. Lots of scuff marks there. And the state of some of his robes, they're not jammed up with coal tar, they're burnt to a cinder. Not exactly the information I was interested in. Oh, hang on, wait. Does that mean you have some of his clothes in to be washed? Yes, actually I do. One of his shirts looked like it won't last the process, though. It needs to go into the bin. Could I have it? Sure you can. The washerman gives you some stinky clothes. Perfect. And then we put back on the Ring of Life, because it's not a good idea to not have that on. Broev. Dirty laundry. Get a good sniff of it. Sniff, sniff, snuffle. And away he goes. He's on the trail. Sniff, 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 sniff. Looking. Sniffing around. Would you like another sniff? Dirty clothes. This is the idea here. He's tracking. He's moved a little bit further this way. Not the quickest, the Broav. That's for sure. Looking for the trail. Very, very slowly. We'll just skip a bit of this. Oh yes, the Broav, it's leading us north. Wow. We're totally going to directly where this is at. Look at that. Look at us go. We're following the Broav. We don't just know where we're going. Individual steps and things sometimes get a little muddied in all the years and quests completed. But the general shape of things and where some things are. Climb over the remains, you betcha. Go in here, past the Khazard commander. And Broav, dirty laundry. Let's finish this. Still a very long quest, but we can skip some parts of it. Since just squeal. Seems the Broav has found something interesting with this table. Search it. Search the broken table and realize that there seems to be a trap door under it. Open it up. And there you go. Keep the Broav, I guess. At least for right now. Climb into trapdoor table. Climb down the trapdoor into an underground base full of elite Khazard guards. What are these guys? And they're also aggressive. Halt, intruder! No. Got a dormitory area here. Kitchen over there. Locked door here. Let's go up this way. What a base. With a lot of guards. That's definitely something. Climb down the stairs. Which leads us to another bit, where we sense a magical interference of the sort to disrupt teleportation. That's always a very dangerous situation to be in. Teleport blocked? Not what you want. Search old battered door. Further access prohibited. With the O in the shape of a mind rune. And then various runes up here. We got fire, air, earth, water, mind. It's a mind rune. Rune slides and on the front door. You hear a click. Open! You've been poisoned and attacked by guards. Not quite. Make these guys just disappear by us going up this way. Rude. The hint is runes. Might need to go get more runes now. All these guys are still here. Alright. I think we're gonna need another mind rune now. There's a lot of puzzles in here. Sapphire. Would have been helpful. This really is a great introduction to what you should come to expect in Mavario's base here. The rune has also changed, because of course it has. Now it is an air rune. Use an air rune on the door. If it doesn't blast you, you know what, you did it right. And search again. And for once more, find a trap has been engaged, and fail to disarm the trap. Solving the puzzle arms the trap. Like the no fingers guy said. Disarm the trap? I'm an awesome thief. I'll disable it easily. I'm better, I'm 99 thieving. Carefully disarm the trap. And now we're good? This is a dangerous door. Find nothing unusual. Open it, and walk through. As you enter the room, a section of the floor sinks slightly under your weight. Mysterious. Here is a gate. Metal bars look strong and electrified. So, don't mess with the electrocution gate. Got a side room here. It'd be interesting if we couldn't see the minimap and things that we couldn't actually see. First person kind of idea, maybe? I don't know. Search the painting and find a cache on the back. Yeah, flip the cache and see what happens. It opens the painting wall. We got a thermometer, a pile of weights, and some drawers. Look at the thermometer. You check the heat gauge, it reads 47 tickets. When you take weights from the pile of weights, 1, 2, and 5. Look at this drawer. Set of drawers has a sophisticated set of scales atop it. And search it. Find a small piece of paper entitled A Treatise on Pressure. You suspect that these notes were placed here for a reason. Perhaps as a reminder? Some notes about pressure. Probably just boring old stuff anyway. Oh, you gotta read all the notes. A treatise on pressure. During my many adventures, I had occasion to notice the effects of mass upon a compressible fluid or solid. Some planes, for instance, differences in gravity may affect one's weight, but relative pressure remains constant, as the fluid or solid being measured is affected in the same way. These experiences, I have deduced that, just as weight can be measured, pressure can be recorded as a reflection of mass. In the first instance, my unit of measurement is quite arbitrary, but suits my needs. The pressure applied to a cubic yard of air by the heat of one typical dragon's flame, I have dubbed one dragflam, D, broken that down into 1,000 tickets, T. Of course, it's difficult to coerce a person into a container to be scorched by a dragon. The only practical purpose I can thus far determine is to measure vertical pressure, that is, the pressure afforded from a combination of mass and gravity. Therefore, a small amount of weight, say that produced by a human body carrying 17 units of coal, produces around 38 tickets of vertical pressure. These are sensible assumptions to make regarding pressure, at least until a universally agreed scale of measurement exists. Other standard vertical pressures include rune plate body, 5 tickets, mithril crossbow, 9 tickets, mithril crossbow, 5 tickets, fast battle staff, 2 tickets. He's created a whole new system with tickets instead of kilograms. Weight, pressure, and all that. Very cool. But not relevant just yet. Instead, we've got this. We're not going to touch the electricity door. Okay, mistake. There's bookshelves all around here with wires connecting everything. This will be a very sturdy bookshelf filled with the realm of indecipherable writings. Search it. Find a lever. You eventually pull it out. Pull the book lever. Nothing much happened. Click. Big click. And examine the floor wires. Not illuminated. Here's an illuminated floor wire. Slightly illuminated. Turn around, search in bookcases, essentially. Did that one. Pull this book lever. Big click. And then search some more. Now this one's electrified. Search this book lever. Pull it up. Pull the lever, and hear a faint click, but notice nothing in particular happening. That's less impressive. And all the wires have gone dead again. It's a puzzle. No big surprises there, is it? Nothing in particular happened. Sounds not right. You need to get the right things to happen with big clicks. Nothing in particular. Nothing particular. Big click. So it's these 3. Pull another lever. Big click. Everything's working perfectly. It's a little bit indistinguishable which levers are doing stuff. That one was nothing in particular happened. Did that reset it or not? It's a question. Search this bookcase. There's something happened with all this. Pull the lever. Click. Okay. I do like the big clicks. Feels like things are happening. Feels like a good time. Nothing much. We're just moving around at random here at this point. Eventually, things will work out. Not that one. Whether it's changing the state of the floor wires, seems to kind of be. And nothing particular happens. It's changing the floor wires, though. I'd say that's something happening. It's not a big click, though. You look at the various states of things. Nothing particular. And these middle bookcases are just one side does something. Click. Yep. Now there's power to that. Pull another lever. Nothing happened. Go back to the previous one. Well, it changed to the previous one. That's what happened. Pull the book lever. Click. Okay. Now there's electricity here. It's kind of looking at the floor wires. They're all connected to different things. Whether the actual connection is actual information is a different question, though. Now there's some power in this wire. Something with something. Click, click, click. There's power to this side. Follow the power? Maybe. It's a puzzle. There's answers. There's a click. Now it's over here. This floor wire, not illuminated. Which here? Maybe. Click. Now it's over here. It's definitely something. It's definitely something here. Click. Just curious. You hear a locking sound coming from the large door in the north. Old banner door. Locked. To the north, the exit. The door is securely locked. There seems to be no way to open it. Well, that's great. Luckily, the other way is now open. And not electrified. Of course, that's not all. Look at this floor. Something different about the floor here. Okay, search the floor. Concerning. Search the staircase. Just search everything. Search the stairs and find a trap. You disable it. Search it again. Trap is no longer active. Alright. Climbing up. Climbing up. Got a statue here. Search a little closer. The tome looks very flat. There's some metal markings on it, like something heavy has been repeatedly placed on it and then taken off over a number of years. Apply pressure to the tome, it seems to sink into the statue a little, and you hear a mechanical groaning. Alright. Look at this treasure pile. That looks completely reasonable. Huge pile of treasure. It looks too good to be true. We've got a few thousand coins, a diamond amulet, and a dragon longsword. And maybe some rubies. Search the treasure pile. After a quick search, your suspicions are confirmed. It was too good to be true. Just worthless fakery. Placed here to sucker somebody. Well, that's no good. So, don't take the treasure. Here's a contraption. Some sort of strange contraption. It's not clear what it's supposed to do. Search the strange machine. Looks as if it's linked to something underground, but you can't tell any more than that. We got a whole base here. One waste paper basket. Check through anyway, but only see paperwork regarding tedious, everyday details. Pick up the waste paper basket. Search it. Search the waste paper basket and find a small key with a tiny ruby embedded in it. The basket is shredded in the process. We are absolutely wild. Just shredding everything. Use the key. Not that one. Here's a big old desk. A few scattered random papers on the desk. Nothing too interesting as far as you can tell. We really need to be searching more thoroughly here. Search the desk and compile a selection of research notes into a loose leaf collection. Mavario's Notes, Volume 1. Loose leaf selection of notes, written by a mage called Mavario. Looks like they were made over an extended period, all loosely and in no particular order. Read them. Research Notes, Volume 1. Mauritania. There's little that is easy to gain in the dark lands of Mauritania, as Draken still holds sway over his subjects. Note, return journey should be completed with a considerable amount of preparation. Wilderness. Began my investigations within the blasted lands of the wilderness, particularly east of the demonic ruins. Made some surprising finds that will be noted later. See suspected Dragonkin artifacts. Primary expedition notes: the Temple of Ikov. Suspected site of the Staff of Armadil. Strange that there is so little information on this seemingly powerful artifact. Perhaps further research into the lore and arcana stored in Varrock Library will reveal more information. In the dig site, interesting archaeological excavations taking place east of Varrock. Useful information being gleaned from relics found in the soil. Should return with a view to expanding research. And there may be larger elements to be unearthed. In the swamps of Lumbridge, swamps are littered with sinkholes leading to a massive city inhabited by ingenious goblins. Discover the city by means of lower calibration divining equipment. These goblins have created utterly fascinating mechanisms. I should install some of them at home to ensure I keep prying eyes and fingers away from my most valued items. The Hollows area of Mauritania. Interesting tomb of some ancient character hidden within Mort Mire. Possibly one of the 7 priestly warriors. Little time to look into this in any depth. Staff on coffin seems to be very detailed, made out of curious materials. Unfortunately, staff fused to the coffin, so could not liberate. Should return later with a separation spell, in order to claim the prize for myself. This place has a strange aura about it. Lunar Isle. There's something unusual here, vaguely similar to the feeling I got in Mauritania, and also in the vicinity of Fihar's Cave, where many people engage in the activity referred to as the Fist of Guthix, thinking that there was once great power at these places. Basics of magic. Reference to a Stone of J and somebody, possibly Valentor or Vassador, who found it. Both were Fremnik, who were around at the time. Stone of what, though? Why did these scholars think it necessary to cloud their writings in secrecy? Mad thoughts lead to mad people. Now yes, my old notes mentioned something. The oracle babbled something about someone called Jas, leaving a stone behind, and Mad Melzar bleating about the cabbage of Jas. Will these be one and the same? A stone of Jas? A possible source of runestone magics? The source of the runestones themselves? There's some connection here with my other work. More research needed, obviously. Anyways, always more research needed. Who or what is Jas? Shallow village on Karamja. An element of dark and ancient evil resides here. The spirit of some ancient and twisted jungle demon still seems present. Even though the totems have been returned to their original state, people of the Krazi jungle seem unaware the spirit grows in potency. Perhaps some new recruits to the Legends Guild will take on this daunting task. Spent many days reading of such ancient dread. Feel its presence ever at my side. Once the research is done, I shall feel the warmth of sunshine on my body, find sands of Karamja beneath my feet. Still much to do before this takes place. Some troubling references to the powers of Saradomin in the tomes of Varrock. Reference 32.1, Saradomin's will. With the power of Saradomin's eye, he was struck down. Something about the phrasing doesn't seem right, and it mirrors other references attributed to Guthix. The mighty power of the Fist of Guthix tore the earth asunder, and the shaking ground did swallow his enemies. Focus on a single body part of Guthix is unusual. No reference made to feet, head, etc. Why is this bothering me? Reference 32.2, Lores of Ancient Gods. The stranger in our midst stepped forward when asked. Speak ye lies afore me, spoke Saradomin, and my eye shall see it. In vengeance for your evil, it will shatter you like ice, and your remains shall feed the earth. Once again, Saradomin has an eye, but nothing else is mentioned. Did I just imagine this? The ruins of Uzer. Closer look into the fascinating area should be organized as soon as possible. Reference 32.21, Histories of Guthix, direct translation, refined, and he with the stone/rock-like hand/fist made clear that a place of safekeeping should be sought, for he desired that power should not be used to usurp, as had been done before. All he knew were guilty and would be thrown and displaced from Gielinor, and not one again with nature in the world could he return. In the desert areas, further interests include Narda, lands south of the desert mining camp, and the strange city to the south, Menaphos and Sophanim. I thought a thorough magical survey of the desert lands is also an important task to complete. Who knows what other treasures lie hidden in those ancient and barren lands? Reference 32.14, Histories of the Helpers, High Order of Guthix, healer of Guthix spoke upon me. They had seen the power. That Guthix's fist would tear at the feeble grasp of those pretender gods who claim possession of the unfortunates that live in Gillinor. What if Guthix's lips could drink the oceans dry? Foolish thoughts, on to research. Interesting tunnels and catacombs lead to the lands of the elves west of Ardoin. Though the route through is somewhat dull, further research should yield some more interesting results. What wonderful research opportunities it represents. The demon birds, evil bird spirits of the east, dragonkin, or something else. I've so far deciphered that these strange phenomena are mentioned only cryptically, written down by adventurers who have become their hapless victims. The dragonkin's arrival seems to predate most things. In short, the arrival of these creatures, whatever they are, seems to signal the absolute destruction of any local area they're visiting. I suspect that they are creatures brought here by gods to support them during the God Wars. Also, I suspect that they are responsible for the metallic dragon items. Where this material comes from is still a mystery. Suspected dragonkin artifacts. Key handle discovered by use of strong divination magic in the eastern parts of the wilderness. Key teeth discovered after many days searching the ruins around the Baxtorian Falls. Camera structure seems unusual. Looks natural, but it's too well crafted and precise. Further investigation of this place is required. Experimentation on dragon key melding. Uniting both key parts has so far proved utterly frustrating, without even a slightest sign of success. In order to attain the very high temperatures required to meld the parts together, I have stocked many items and a kiln in my special workshop. So far, all efforts have proved useless. The effects of magical pyrologs and coal is intensely fierce, yet still doesn't make the key parts warm. Same is also true of my attempts with magical heat. I fear that in my enthusiasm to unite both parts, I shall lose both as they melt away into nothingness in the kiln. Such is the intensity of my recent tests, the kiln is even broken. Further research into the peculiar metals clearly needed, but to whom can I trust such sensitive details? The talents I have for research and ancient lore is not matched by my knowledge in the metallurgical arts. Such intense study will require much time, too much I fear. Note, I should research dwarven areas to see if experiences of this material exist. Question is, can I trust them? I must develop the magic arts required for very binding contract spells, so I cannot be double-crossed. Goblins and goblin know-how. Feeling inspired by ingenuity of cave goblins near Lumbridge, flabbergasted would be an understatement. Who knew that pale, cave-dwelling goblins could exhibit such fine motor skills and even finer thought processes? Language doesn't seem to be problematic. Probable forces in this area. Can't quite put my finger on it. Seems to be familiar, but just can't place it. Unsurprisingly, Juno continues to be a pain. Should return with my arcane divining apparatus to take some accurate readings. Wonder if they will be as misleading as the readings in Mortania, or as strong as Lunar Isle. Lucian will be pleased. Baxtorian Caverns. Underground ruins of peculiar origin reported to exist near Baxtorian Falls. Upon reaching the area, I was immediately struck by the precision of some elements within the caverns. There's much difficulty in getting into the cavern complex, and a comparable difficulty in dispatching the denizens therein. They soon determined to let me be after some swift and aggressive spellcasting on my part. Resources ran out before I was able to make a complete search of the area, and after only 12 days I found interesting, almost invisible arcane symbols. Type 12, possibly the Second Age. Also interesting markings near to rough-looking steps and constructions within that cavern must be of dragonkin origin. The issue of Lucian. From limited conversations I've had with Lucian, he seems very businesslike, so I call him abrupt. While I personally prefer an efficient form of conversation, I dislike his personal ambition, which is quite immense. Conflicting emotions surge through me as I research for him. Curiosity gets the better of me, however, and Lucian affords me great resources. I piqued his curiosity with the unlikely Stone of Jas. At least the resources he sends give me freedom to pursue more likely considerations, like the Eye and the Fist. I'll not reveal that to him. He seems content to leave me alone, preferring to focus on a coming meeting with his Majorant brothers. The potential power that these artifacts could harbor is something to consider. In the hands of Lucian, who knows what he could do? Lucian's so far away in the north, we'd have no clue if I were to come across them. I could report that my findings have not met with success. I steel myself at this thought. His powers have increased significantly since he acquired the staff, I remember the stench of death and overwhelming magic that surrounds him. The degree of his spellcasting and incantations have started to border on the insane. My experiences in the many different tombs, temples, and forbidden places of the world has given me a strength that many men do not possess. I'm not given to weakness in the face of a challenge, but rather, I look forward to it. The many enemies I've dispatched, flesh and blood of, or from some dark plane, have given me the thrill and ferocity needed to fight for my life. I remember forever the utterly consuming dread in my heart at my last meeting with Lucian. He began the incantations of Demonicus Abhorrus, the dark art of binding demons to a perpetual state of torment. Something considered to be impossible. The sickening stench of putrid death filled my nostrils as the screeching, arcane words stung the air. A slight tremble came from beneath my feet, and then a jolt sending me flying to the ground. Cracks appeared in the earth around me and dust filled the air. A multitude of piercing screams filled my ears. A hole the size of a house opened in the earth at Lucian's feet. Searing flames licked angrily over the lip and instantly blackened the soil, charring it, melting sand into glass. The hiss and spit of evil energy was all around as an enormous bone and flesh construction of the demon erected itself and turned its foul fire-enveloped mass towards us. At one moment, its skin and bone held into muscle mass of fearsome dimensions. The next moment, that flesh was burnt to the bone by some unholy, unrelenting, and ravaging flame. Such agony and anger was carved into the demon's features, such malevolence and hatred, poured forth that I still quake to remember it. As I lay there, trying to hold on to my sanity, Lucian laughed exultantly at his creation. The demon's flaming eyes flickered from red to white hot as it looked at Lucian with vengeance and dark brutality in its heart. The Lucian controlled the creature like a puppet, gestured it to bow down and offer fealty. Never felt such menace and dread as I did on that day. I know in my heart that giving further power to Lucian is of questionable merit. With luck, I can avoid doing so. Perhaps I'm gone mad with the desire to gain these artifacts, to find the proof of my most excellent research, most compelling desire. I should prepare before my next meeting with Lucian. Seek out Silverlight in case he sets one of those foul, tormented demons loose on me. As I sit here now and contemplate a fight against such aberrations of nature, such manifest evil, I consider to work out a means of victory. The gods know I stand little chance of besting them, these abhorrent demons of pain, for that normal weapons will be only marginally useful. This creature seems to possess some kind of magical defense. I should like to think that could rack it with indigestion as it consumes me. Such morbid thoughts pervade me now. Oh, to research. Special considerations for Dorgish Khan. Contact Darv and make sure he is properly prepared. Shouldn't run into any problems, but it doesn't hurt to have a bit of muscle in case it's needed. That interfering Juna decides to cause some trouble, I've got some magics prepared. Also remember to pack the ADA for more thorough search of that area. Must find out what that strange aura is. First Mauritania, then Lunar Isle, and now here of all places. Seems different here. There's no mistaking that familiar feeling. Continues in research notes, too. He has been all over the place, looked at all kinds of stuff. Absolutely wild. There's a bookcase we can search. Search the bookcase and find a book locked in place, which you cannot budge. So it looks to be a hole inside the bookcase with a little red gem. Well, we got a little red gem ruby key here. Click. Gets it in the keyhole and turn. Instead of steps, we're passing out before. Activates the contraption. There you go. We also have a tunnel over here. Look at that. Before we head upstairs. Small cave dug in the side of the wall. Not sure how far back it goes. Doesn't look very inviting. Enter it anyway. Carefully enter the tunnel. And this is the loot room. This is broken furnace, pile of magic logs, coal, death runes, and fire runes. Cool stuff. We could loot this if we wanted to, but there's several problems with taking this. It's like 100 magic logs, 100 coal or something. Not bad. Climb up the stairs to the upper room. We got barrels. We got drawers. We got bed. Search the bed. And it is a chest. Pull the sheets back, revealing a chest. Search bed chest. Spot a trap on the chest. Would you like to disable it? You betcha. Disable the trap. With our 99 thieving. Should be great. Disarm the trap. We search it again to make sure we've actually disarmed it until it's been disabled. Open the bed chest. It's locked. Here's the key again. Key. Here's a secondary click when you unlock the chest. Search it again. Seems to be unlocked. As the chest is a telltale signs of a trap, which you experience, you can tell it's been disabled. Double fine. Opens. We're not dead. Good stuff. See, 3 items in chest. We have insufficient space to take them. Okay. We will drop the dirty laundry since we've found where we need to be. And the Roev. He has helped out enough. You can just stick here. We dismiss him? Yes. Release the Broav. Yep. I'm setting you free. We're setting him free inside Mavario's base. He's gonna have a good time. Search the bed chest. Find some research notes. Strange key loop. Strange key teeth. Mavario's notes. Volume 2. Loose leaf selection of notes found in Mavario's bed chest. They've been written over a shorter period of time and more recently. More recent, up-to-date information. Let's get it. Continue from research. Notes 1. The Staff of Armadil. My suspicions have been borne out. The Staff of Armadil has no wards to protect it. Lucian has taken ownership and he has little problem wielding the artifact. It's a beautiful item of exquisite workmanship. Note, research lore on the construction of the Staff of Armadil. Must be some mention of it somewhere. Lucian's spies. Darv sent news that strangers are abroad in Draenor. I suspect Lucian has something to do with this, or perhaps that lunatic squall mage he's hired. He knows that I'm interested in that area. With any luck, they won't have made their way into the caves yet. I can keep my fine secret from them. 2 of the staff. First we have Zamorak, the Majrak god who wielded the staff to gain power, fight the Nameless One, whose name is Zeros. Doesn't everyone know this already? Now we have Lucian, who is aspiring the same, and I'm wondering why it hasn't happened already. With the innate ability of the Majrat, the power that Lucian has displayed to me is already incredible. Why does he wait before taking the journey further? To aspire, as Zamorak did, to godhood? I don't believe it's fear. I think he would relish the battle against those who would oppose him. Does he have the power of a god? I think not. Though he is incredibly powerful, he is missing the absolute. Yet, Zamorak, who's not really a mage but a warrior, had less power and was still able to ascend. Doesn't make sense, unless I missed something in the research. Did I miss something? Safekeep. A place, or just random mumblings of lunatic sages? Some reference found about a place called Safekeep or Keep Safe, translated from the Old Tongue. It's roughly in the area which is now known as Lumbridge Swamp. Maybe some friendly cave goblin knows about it. Some link to Guthix, but not quite sure how. At least the followers of Guthix, anyway. Also mention of orb torches, possibly some element that allows further access. Perhaps I shouldn't take this research so seriously. Let's remind myself that these tomes were written hundreds of years ago, transcribed from documents that are possibly thousands of years old. They were written by the very first clerics of the gods, little more than farmers' mentality, but utterly devoted to their deity. In fairness, would I have acted any differently? Had I been witness to the glories of the gods of that time? Wouldn't I have done exactly the same? This section is interesting. Some mentions of Guthix in a sacred place. A henge, perhaps? Maybe a temple? A Guthix temple? A passage written in the Old Tongue, type 8 or 9, early 4th age. Place of safekeep, forever sacred and hidden. Only brothers who preach divinity shall enter. Trials created by the brothers of Guthix to preserve the most gracious gift of the earth. Health, or safety, healing, power. Man must stand proud and answer the riddle with aid of the lore. Only a brother with the knowledge can take the path of the hand of power. Hand equals fist. Fist with power is Guthix. Equals fist of Guthix. Fist of Guthix. Rubbish, rubbish, rubbish. Fist of Guthix. After research failed to uncover any more clues, I was ready to admit defeat and concentrate on more realistic research, which might yield an actual artifact. This seemed like such tantalizing information, though. Subtle references to the fist must be either a desire for secrecy or my blind, over-eager determination to believe that such things exist. It becomes apparent to me. These references are written in the old style. The fist, the hand, the eye may not be directly attributed to Saradomin or Guthix, but to a manifestation. Could it be the Fist of Guthix isn't Guthix's actual fist, but a symbol of his power? Possibly a very real, very valuable item or artifact. Maybe an artifact used by the gods during their time on Gielinor. Is this true of the Eye of Ceridome as well? Not one, but 2 items used by the gods on Gielinor? Oh, for more time to research this. Vision calls me once again. How long must I be this Majrat's dog? The missing elements of Zamorak. I read of the Eye of Ceridome and the Fist of Guthix. Where are the references to Zamorak's godly power? Is it the staff? It's clearly not powerful enough to turn a Majrat into a god, so Lucian would have undoubtedly used it himself already. This leaves 2 possibilities. Possibility 1, Zamorak is a more powerful mage than he has been credited in the lores. He was able to ascend to godhood with the Staff of Armadyl and his own magic. Possibility 2, Zamorak with the Staff of Armadyl found some other source of power to help him achieve godhood, but kept it secret from his followers for fear that they would follow him. Now Lucian, a powerful mage, already in possession of the staff, seems intent on securing this Jas stone. Does he believe it really exists? Does he know it exists because he knows that Zamorak used it himself? Or am I deluding myself again? Lucian calls and faithful Helm of Aru must answer. How tedious. But I can look forward to the technical marvels of the cave goblins, something which should give me good cheer. Drogishkan, here I come. What can I find out there about safekeep and the trial of the brothers? How mysterious. Okay. Climb back down the staircase. We found what we needed here. But now, it's the matter of leaving. Try to open the door. The door's locked. You hear a mechanical grinding sound, and it goes down to ding. Which is not really what we need right now. It is another puzzle. After you spend all that time looking through the notes and figuring out all the other puzzles, you need to go back in here and make this correct. 47 tickets. 37 kilograms. The idea is you would come in here with less, go pick up all the notes and stuff, and have to put the pile of weights on the statue in order to even things out. But we have dropped a broav and dirty clothing, so we're actually up on weight currently. So if we get rid of some sharks here, should be able to make this work. You get to 47. Take a 5, a 5, and a 2. All kinds of puzzles here. The electricity puzzle is definitely more of a question. It just keeps working, so you just eventually get through. We're also still teleport blocked, so we can't actually just leave. 47 kilograms. Open the door, and we're back out here. Magical force removes the weights from your inventory. As the interference of teleportation has been lifted. Okay. So we can leave. We've got the notes and everything. We can bring that back to Taverley. We've also got the mystical key halves here. Inspect strange key loop. Very unusual key loop made of metal similar to mithril. It's cool to the touch. This one loop that you can make out represents the word dragon. Mithril. Dragon. It's very unusual to have key teeth made of metal similar to mithril. Cool to touch. Similar teeth makes up the represent the word fire. Dragon. Fire. We'll deal with this momentarily. Just need to get the notes to Therisk here. Hi, I found Mavario's lodgings. Great. You have anything to show me? I have some important research notes that I found at Mavario's base. Here they are. You hand the research notes over to Therisk, who eagerly takes them from you. Great. We've been relying on this information. I can tell you. Therisk quickly reads the contents of the books, which is very impressive because they were quite long books. You'll be wise to read these if you haven't already. There's information here that may be of use to you as well as me. It may make a significant difference in you succeeding at your task. I have read those. Any useful information in those notes I gave you? My friend, if the information is to be believed, Mavario is on the trail of the most powerful artifact ever conceived. Nothing less than the power that brought magic to Gielinor, touched by the very gods themselves. Do you really think it's possible that this could exist? I'm not Mavario, but his research seems to be pretty accurate. The references he quotes are familiar to those who have spent time on such subjects. It's shocking to me that I'd never considered those references to godly power as anything else, but it seems somehow odd knowing that they were written in this specific way. While I might not agree with his motives, Matt Mavario certainly has a sharp and inquiring mind. Sounds like you admire him. If his research is correct, then it's true to say he's able to interpret religious texts with remarkable precision. I'm wondering now if perhaps this Mavario is far more intelligent than we'd originally thought. He might anticipate that we would search his base, and he might have leave information there to misdirect us. Well, the information was pretty tricky to get, you know. I mean, it wasn't just lying there on a velvet cushion for me to pick up. No, of course not. We have to be aware that he's a smart man, and this could be a ruse. What should I do now? Well, the information you've given us is great for a start. You need to communicate this to the Temple Knights in Falador. I certainly think we need to know what Lucian is up to now. Okay, well, what can I do in the meantime? Your task is to find out where Lucian might be from the Guardians of Armadillo. You should find them at the McGruber's Woods entrance to their base, or back to me at the White Knight's Castle in Falador when you have the information. Okay. Should be good. Let's go. But, for inventory sake purposes, we're gonna go do the key first. Mithril, Dragon, Fire. Combine it all, and you get Go Mess with a Mithril Dragon. Here's a Mithril Dragon. Hi, Mithril Dragon. How would you like to use my key? Really, use Am. We need to hit it with a attack, unfortunately. It's obviously not great. Well, dragon effects. Right, now we're in combat with the Mithril Dragon. Now we can make it Blast. Wielding the shield. Very good. Tendency of the Mithril Dragon's breath fuses the key halves together. Lovely. And then open the Mithril door. Oh, we get attacked by more Mithril Dragons. Open the door. Stop having it be closed. Mechanical click. Get inside. Door opens easily. And then we have dragon heads. Which we light with a good old fire wave. Give or take. That's roughly the spell level of things. Light it up. Light all the dragon heads. Get to the magical orb. I wonder what this orb is for. Rekindle the Dragon Forge. Hear a mechanical sound nearby as fire rushes through ancient connections. Run past some more Mithril Dragons. Fighting metal dragons is definitely not our strong suit, because they have powerful enough fire that Protect from Magic doesn't just win. So we need a one-handed, preferably magic weapon, which doesn't really exist. At any rate, we can now head down this way, past all this stuff that doesn't exist, to the Dragon Forge here, which is now functioning and bright as can possibly be. Lava pouring from the dragon heads. You can do some very interesting smithing here, but not right now. Instead, we need to go to Camelot. Or I suppose we could also just go to Edgeville and take the fairy ring to go over towards McGruber's Wood. Also an option. Different running from places. Still need to consider the time it takes to get to the fairy rings. That's alright either way. At any rate, off to go see the Guardians of Armadillo, with 2 more inventory spaces taken care of. We could probably drop the notes and the knife. We'll continue to consider inventory space as we continue further in the quest here. Still a lot to do. Let's go see the Guardians of Armadyl, where a cutscene happens. We arrive. Kill these Armadyl worshipping scum. Then let's get out of here. Mercenary Mage and Axeman. Maintain your ranks, men. Don't let any get away. Lucian's minions, fight for your lives. Kill the Hounds of Lucian. Praise be to Armadyl. Another guy goes down. Mercenary Axeman. Yeah. Yeah. Again, they really should have sent stronger guys. Mercenary Mage over here. Pew! There's a Guardian of Armadyl. You guys okay? Oh, time to go. Oh, he escaped. Search the Axeman. Find the Mercenary and find the Pendant of Lucian. It's damaged and covered in blood, so you decide not to take it. Don't find anything on that guy. This Axeman over here. Nothing. Wounded Guardian. What's going on here? You know why you were attacked? Seek Idria in the arms of a forester. She needs to be protected from the agents of Lucian. Idria, arms of a forester? What does that mean? Oh, he's unconscious. How you doing? You're alive? What's going on here? Keep an eye peeled. I reckon there may be more of Lucian's dogs around here. Not currently. Kind of taking care of all those. Let's seek. Go find Idria in the arms of the forester. You got it. Another slight puzzle here. Everybody's being very cryptic for very good reasons, clearly. Lucian's spies are everywhere. Arms of the Forester. Here is the Forester's arms. There you go. And it's just right over here. And upstairs we have Idria. Hey there. How's it going? Not good. All your friends are dead. Idria, I believe you're connected to the Guardians of Armadyl. What makes you believe that? Some of our mercenaries attacked your Guardians. I was given your details by a dying Guardian. He held on to life until he asked that I seek you out. Ah, hardcore ultimate Ironman, Artic. That's bad news. I'm grateful that you've brought it to me. You have friends with the Guardians of Armadyl. You seem to know me already. Of course. You helped to stop Lucian stealing the staff of Armadyl. I believe we're focused on the same goal in bringing him to justice. But I can't stay to discuss this. I must attend to the Guardians, see what I can do to end their suffering. They all fought bravely, and I understand your desire to help them. I fear that there is little left for you to do. I'll succumb to their wounds before I left. Except for that one guy. He's probably fine. I mean, one of them was unconscious, one of them was still standing. But we gotta go. Don't worry about it. Before you go, please, can we discuss Lucian? I'm working with Crux Akal, and we need to locate him. Do you have that kind of information? What we do know is that Lucian is raising an undead army within the wilderness. It's a perfect repository of powerful and ancient warriors who will do his bidding. Similar to Zomarigal in his attempt to take over Varrock? Yes, quite similar. But replace Varrock with all of Gielinor, and he may be approaching the scale of Lucian's ambitions. Do you know where Lucian is? We know he's in the north somewhere, but exactly where is a problem. Our resources are stretched beyond our limit, and with the recent attack, we may be forced to postpone our efforts tracking down Lucian, instead regroup to strengthen the Guardians. You think Lucian's powerful enough to take over the world? It's hard to tell how powerful he is. He's a devious manipulator and keeps his plans in the shadows. His filthy machinations have extended to the development of a spy network that has infiltrated most of Misthalin. But if we assume he is powerful enough, we can at least prepare for the worst. How can I get to Lucian? We've been unable to track down his base of operations, so we're going to have to be a bit more aggressive. We'll work our way up the food chain. I've got an idea that I've mulled over before, and now seems as good a time as any. Lucian established a spy network, and his spies have been seen in Draenor, right? Aha! I see where we're going with this. We're going to capture a spy so we can interrogate him. Yes, it's terrible business, but I think it's the only way. To succeed, we have to capture a spy without anyone knowing, least of all one of Lucian's lackeys. And that's where my plan falls down. I have little experience of this kind of thing. Well, that's where I come in. Some time ago, I did a little work for a group called the Temple Knights. I believe they may be able to help with this problem. You? You can make contact with the Temple Knights? How can that be? It's a long story, but I think I'll pay a visit to Sir Tiffy and Falador. I assume that you'll want to see to some details with the Guardians first, but it would be good to meet up there later. I'll be meeting up with Therisk in the White Knight's castle there as well. So if you get to Falador, look for Sir Tiffy in the park, say that I sent you. He should be able to help you find me. Okay, good luck, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. I'll meet you in Falador. We've got connections. We got the Guardians, Crux of Qual, Temple Knights, White Knights. Not bringing in the Void Knights just yet. That's a different quest line. But yeah. We get the job done, and we get around to a whole bunch of places. Sir Tiffy, how's it going? We'll give them the rundown before we head to the castle. Sir Tiffy Cashin. Good day, proselyte. Is there anything I can do for you? While Guthix sleeps. Sir Tiffy, I have need of your expertise. What, pray tell, can my expertise assist with? Well, very briefly, I'm on a mission to locate a Majrat by the name of Lucian. He's become rather powerful. Say no more, my friend. I think I know where this is going. Indeed, that Lucian issue is well known to us. I must refer you to our man in charge of this operation, Acrisay Collium. He's in the White Knight's castle on the ground floor near the cell on the circular table. Okay, I'll go and check it out. A lady called Idria might come along. She's a guardian of Armadil. Would you send her along to Acrisay as well? I think it should prove beneficial. Well, I'm not so sure. We don't ally ourselves to just any old spiritual eccentric. If Lucian is as great a threat as you explained, I think we could use all the help we can get. Please, as a friend, just send her along. I can vouch for her. Very well, young Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. I'll do as you ask. Good luck. Certificate. Oh god. So there's a pile of quests here. That's later. This may be the first Grandmaster, but it's not the last. Until they stop having that kind of distinction between quests. Anyways, into the White Knight's castle, where we just kind of ignore the stuff that's happening right here. Open the castle door, open another castle door. Here is Therisk, Acrisay, Silif. Hey, Acrisay. Acrisay, I must speak with you. Ah, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. There you are. Acrisay, meet Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. He is working with us. Greetings, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. I've heard a lot about you. It's Sir Doman's will what you're doing. Let's keep theology out of this for the time being. Our true focus should be Lucian after all. Ah, here's Idria as well. Therisk, Acrisay, please let me introduce you to Idria, a guardian of Armadil. Idria and I have a plan to locate Lucian. Pleased to meet you, Acrisay. Therisk. Therisk is quite right. We'll have time to discuss theological issues if we manage to eliminate the danger that Lucian poses. Agreed. Very well. Do you have some sort of plan? We do indeed. Our idea is to capture one of Lucian's spies and interrogate him. I fear I understand you. I believe we can remove the evil from interrogation, however, with a recent gift from the lore of Guthix. An improved form of truth serum. I think you're jumping ahead. First we need to capture a spy without any of Lucian's dogs discovering the fact. I thought this might be the sort of thing the Temple Knights could help with. Indeed, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. You seem to have a good grasp of the Temple Knights' strengths in subterfuge. Silif, bring me the Tele-Orb. Here you are, sir. Silif hands Acrisay a specially prepared orb. Now then, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. I was going to ask Silif to do this, but I think with your experience in the field, you'll do just as well. What is that thing? Another comm orb? Nearly. You need to plant this on a spy and report back to us when it's done. Acrisay hands you a device similar to a comm orb. What will happen? The Tele-Orb is part of a sophisticated teleport spell, which allows us to teleport individuals around. Plant the Tele-Orb on a spy, return to us so we know it's ready. Then we'll teleport the spy into this cell to begin the interrogation. Oh, that's clever. Good job. Okay. How do I get to Draenor? I know exactly how to get there. Okay, thanks. I'm gonna teleport to my house and use my glory in my house. Also, Silith is a very good spy. He's invisible most of the time. Very impressive. Very cool. To Draenor Village, where we can see all sorts of shifty characters. Over this way. Suspicious outsider. Haven't seen this before around here. What's he doing here? Gonna just reverse pickpocket a Tilla orb on this guy. Sorry, friend, must be confused with someone who wants your rubbish. If I catch you in my pockets again, you'll be for it. He just seems far too alert to your stealthy attempts. He's too suspicious. Maybe he's suspicious of us or suspicious of this. Suspicious outsider. That's a goblin. Shady stranger. I'm gonna give you an orb. Might not be able to do it in front of him. Nope. That worked? Time to tell orb on the stranger. That was definitely one of the animations of all time. Back to Falador. This is some shady guy. Perfect. We're assuming that every suspicious person in Draenor is working for Lucian, but if it works, it works. If it works, it works. Alright. Back into the castle again. And our doors are still open, which is perfect. Accuracy. Here we go. I've returned, and the orb is planted. Saradomin seems to be strongly upon our operations so far. I'm sure that Guthix had just as much a role in this as anyone else did. Actually, I'd like to think the job was exclusively my own doing. Of course. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic. And we're very grateful. I believe it's time we invited one of Lucian's friends over, so we have a little chat. I'll start the incantation. Arcanus, Scimitar, Teleportus, Retanus. Curses. The spell couldn't get a fix on him. Let me try that again. Arcanus, Scimitar, Teleportus, Retanus. What the? Success! My colleague will administer the serum. Truth serum. Magic. Potions. Now we get some information about what Lucian and what he's planning. Here's a guy. This old druid walking in here. Another druid. Now then, drink this delicious juice. It'll make you feel really good. Punch him in the face. Take that. Well, that didn't work. He dropped the potion. The potion! Oh boy. Oh boy. That foolish druid could have seen he was going to get attacked by that spy. Now I've lost the super truth potion. There must be something we can do. Well, I know nothing about it, but Theras might have some further orders for you. He already wants to wait for Guthix's providence to show a solution. That sort of attitude isn't really helpful at this time. What? Oh, I see. Yes, I suppose you're right. So far, both Theras and Idria have been very helpful in planning our strategies. Should be a little more respectful. I'll go talk to Theras and see if he has anything for me. Theras? Theras, what are we going to do now? Well, that spy ruined what truth serum we had. Any fool could have seen the old druid was going to be attacked. Why'd you send him in there? Do not take this tone with me. Accuracy is right. Why wasn't the spy restrained? Lucian's gonna have free reign to do as he wishes with incompetence like that on our parts. Please, everyone, calm down. We're not going to achieve anything by shouting at each other. Now, Therisk, can we get some more of this potion? It looks like we're going to need a fresh batch. It took us quite a while to get that one. Is that something I can help with? I surely think so, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic. You haven't let us down yet. The process is quite complex, so I'll just tell you about each part as we go do it. First of all, you'll need to go see Betty in Port Sarim. The ingredients call for a truth potion, enhanced with an enriched snapdragon. So it'd be good for you to get yourself a snapdragon seed before going. When you're ready to go down to Port Sarim, let me know and I'll teleport you there. We've little enough time to spare to have you walking everywhere. So could you help me get a snapdragon seed? I do happen to have a seed I could let you have at a reduced price. Let you have it for free, but the resources of the Crux of Color are stretched enough as it is. If you happen to have one of your own, it may be better to use that. How much do you want for it? I could let you have it for 100 gold. That seem reasonable? Slightly more reasonable than the Grand Exchange min price, or 20k, or whatever it used to be. Perfectly acceptable. Yes! I love that you're giving this to me for money. Trying to go get a Snapdragon Seed would be a challenge. Well, not a challenge, but a time sink in an already extremely long quest. Purchase Snapdragon Seed from Therisk. Beautiful. And now, can you teleport me to Port Sarim? That's another win. Very well, prepare yourself. Canis Impetor to teleport us for Tanis. That is the spell you used to get that guy there. Ah, Port Sarim. Not a lodestone teleport. That's not unlocked. Don't worry about it. Alright. Betty. Or, yeah. Betty. Hetty, Aggie. Lots of witches. All that. The door. Here's Betty. Hey, Betty. Went to the Magic Emporium. Wall Guthix sleeves. Greetings, Betty. I have need of your services again. It's quite sensitive, but I think I can trust you. You make a super truth potion. Apparently I need to get some enriched Snapdragon Seed. Well, I'm a little concerned that you need such a potion. But if anyone's going to be trusted with it, I guess you're as good as anyone. Okay, well, at least you have a Snapdragon Seed. I'll take that off your hands. Right, I've placed the Snapdragon on the counter. You enrich the seed now, using light from the doorway to filter a rose-tinted lens. Need anything else? I was going to need a standard truth serum. I can give you one if you like. Yes, please. Standard truth serum. Truth serum. There you go. You're also going to need a rose-tinted lens. So you already have your lantern lens. All you need is some pink dye. Want to buy some? It's only 20 coins. Yes, please. 20 coins for the dye. Also, this has made the counter pitch black. Only a Snapdragon Seed on it. Magical. Rose-tinted lens. Stand in the door. Lantern on the counter. Focus beam onto the seed. Magically. And we get a very large Snapdragon Seed. For an enriched Snapdragon Seed, you pick it up. Perfect. Wow. Here goes the seed will be extra potent. Love it. I'm not gonna make an extra potent super restore potion or anything. That'd be too easy. And we'll go back and ask about the planting. Should be in the specially prepared patch. Lots of steps, lots of stuff. Probably don't need the rose-tinted lens, but we'll make the potion before we get rid of that. I think we'll get rid of the knife though. That's only for the Broav portion. Need as much inventory space as we can muster. Probably also don't need the Ring of Karos, but we're working on it. And the enchanted Snapdragon Seed, what now? Ah, good. You'll need to plant that in a specially created patch on top of this castle. It'll take some time to grow, but we have some other things for you to do while we wait for that. Right, so just need to plant this seed. Yes, on top of this castle. I think Idria has a task for you. Alright, thanks. This is the part where we need our seed dibber. To get that from the tool leprechaun. Ah, the magic of the tool belt. Eventually we'll get there. Eventually. Okay. So yeah, just over here to the Falador tree patch. We've got a lot of various trees and such all over the world that we could technically use, get some farming XP from. That's alright. Worry about that much later. We don't technically need super high farming right now. Of course it would be beneficial. Every level's more levels. We really don't have a super fantastic source of like a bunch of tree seeds or anything either. Birds' nests, basically. All the way to the top of the Falador Castle, where we plant an enriched Snapdragon Seed. And Commander Ziliana is not here. Plant the enriched Snapdragon. Perfect. We climb down, and down, and down. Lots of steps. Lots of steps. In a spiral staircase kind of way this time. Adria, what's next? I've landed there with Snapdragon. Do you have anything else for me? Yes, indeed. Based on information Theris gleaned from Ivario's notes, it seems that Lucian is incredibly powerful. We need to regain the staff of Armadale while we still have an opportunity. If he resists, we may need to kill him. Kill him? How on earth are we going to do that? We need an army, wouldn't we? Yes. We're going to need some forces. We're going to need some force to succeed in apprehending Lucian. But the forces we have are preparing to defend the cities of Mistlin and Asgarnia. Do you expect me to defeat Lucian on my own? I'm flattered, but while we're aware of your bravery, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic, we're all agreed that you are much more useful in this plan when used intelligently. The next step in this plan is quite critical. We need you to assemble a small task force who will be given the responsibility of taking on Lucian, a party of heroes. We need you to recruit the following exceptional individuals: Turiel, Hazelmere, Duradel, and Mazjana. Explain to them the nature of the situation, and when they agree, I'm sure they will, return to me. Lucian has made many enemies, and those we have considered for the party know full well the consequences if no action is taken. Very well. I'll return when I've recruited them all. Okay. And we'll recruit them by going and talking to them. Alright. Traveling. Also a potential idea. A lot of the heroes can be reached via the lunar spell of talking to people. We're not on lunars though, because we need to teleport. So, we'll just go to all of the heroes. Hey, Duradel. How's it going? Recruit Duradel for the hero party against Lucian. I need to talk to you about Lucian. I thought he was annoying enough to have been killed ages ago. He's back, growing in power, and we need to apprehend him. Would you be interested in joining a small party tasked with doing so? I'd love to. Just give me a moment to check whether I can leave this place. Earl concentrates hard, and a brief smile emerges on his usually harsh face. I can come. Years of waiting are over. Let Lucian tremble. I thrive on danger, for I am danger. Lucian will hear my laughter as his corrupt soul burns in the abyss. Okay, great. Love that energy. Hazelmere. Some stuff recently with him. May it starts to speak, what I hear is blah 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 blah. Feel very strange if Hazelmere is entering your mind again. He does that. He does that. I need to talk to you about Lucian. Oh yes, and what about Lucian? He's growing in power and needs to apprehend him. Would you interested in joining a small party tasked with doing so? Is it dangerous? I assume it will be very dangerous. How did Urkel phrase it? Perhaps the most challenging and dangerous undertaking of your adventuring career to date? Indeed it would be. You can count on me. Okay, great. Here's Mazjana. Recruit. Need to talk to you about Lucian. Lucian. I'd have thought he was up to no good, but haven't heard much recently. He's growing in power, and we need to apprehend him. Are you interested in joining a small party task of doing so? I have a few personal reasons for making sure his plans fail. Certainly, count me in. I'm pretty much immortal, so danger to you is an amusement to me. I look forward to the bloodbath. Mazjana, I'm grateful for your assistance. And our last set for this heroes. Turiel. Recruit him. You talked about Lucian. Oh yes, what about Lucian? Haven't heard that name in a while. You're in power, you want to apprehend him, small party, tasked for doing so. Spent the last few years telling of amateurs to kill goblins. Sudden in danger sounds just like the ticket before I quit the job forever. Great news, Turiel. Many thanks. Alright, that's all the heroes recruited. Probably head back to Idria now. And we are back. A lot of traveling around. Teleport's working fine though. Idria. Hi, Idria. I've recruited the heroes you asked for. They're all surprisingly keen to take on Lucian. This is great news, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. Now, on to the next part of the plan. It's important that we try to get information out of Lucian's spy. We have a fresh batch of the Super Truth Potion Theris told us about. Perhaps you can get us a fresh batch. Will do. Theris, how's it going? What are you doing? get some information inside. You have the Super Truth Potion. How do we get that? You harvest the enriched Snapdragon, if you haven't done so already. Add the herb to the bottle of standard Truth Serum. They probably gave you a bottle when you were sourcing the enriched Snapdragon seed. Ah, yes, the Truth Serum. Right up here. That shouldn't take long. Okay. Go and pick the herb. I'd say it probably grew faster than a normal herb, but it was all enriched and gigantic and magical. And or sunlight. It was also fine. Let's go get our fancy Snapdragon from the fancy herb patch. Right here. Don't need a spade or anything, apparently. And only gets one enriched Snapdragon. The Truth Serum is also immediately gives out a delicious, delicate aroma. Super Truth Serum. Destroy the rose tinted lens. Don't need that. I think we had also probably destroy the notes. Just because, nope, we've killed a white knight. It was not my intention. And that gave us a map that doesn't exist. Go away. Alright, Super Truth Potion. Everything's fine. We didn't murder anyone on the way over there. Doing the Super Truth Potion. I've made it. Have some here. Very good. I just need to get the spy to drink it. I'll make him drink it. Don't mind me. I'm in charge now. Okay, you're gonna give us some information. Who do you work for? I ain't saying nothing. Use the Super Truth Potion on the Shade Stranger. You offer the truth to the spy. Are you comfy? I thought you might like a glass of juice. Drink the serum or I'll run you through like the dog you are. Either drink this potion or the torture tools come out. Run you through. A quick death. I guess what I deserve. Go ahead. How about torture? Torture tools coming out. That doesn't sound nice. That juice smells good. Bombs up. There we go. Spy drinks the Super Truth Potion. Down to the last drop. Okay. You gonna give us some information? Who do you work for? Now I'm gonna tell you. Dark Squall. Some mage called Dark Squall hired me. Dark Squall? Yeah, Dark Squall. He's always busy, never has time to listen. He has these great ugly creatures at his side. They're not alive though. Oh no, trolls the size of houses and dead as the day they died. I'll tell you everything. He wears a strange red mask that covers his face. Wears a hooded burgundy robe with purple trim. Strange diamond-shaped symbol on the front. Over the top he wears a tan jacket, which is split like a tailcoat at the back. Oh, if only we had a likeness of this man. We'd be able to put some wanted posters to see if anyone's seen him. And that's all I know, I promise. Alright. Get some charcoal and papyrus to make a wanted poster sketch. Search the cupboard. Charcoal and papyrus. Perfect. And we need to talk to him again to get the sketch. Information. Dark Squall. You quickly get out your papyrus and charcoal and make a drawing of this Dark Squall, as the spy describes him to you. Familiar look about him. That's all I know, I promise. There you go. One suspect sketch. I drew a portrait of Dark Squall. Great. I think Ida was hoping for something like that. Let her know. I question the spy, Idria. He's able to give me a detailed description of Dark Squall, so I've made a sketch, which I think represents a good likeness. And a sketch over to Idria. Brilliant work, Harkle Ultimate Ironman Artic. Get some copies produced and we'll nail these up around town. What should I do now? I'm gonna see if any information of this Dark Squall character. See if anyone's seen him. In the meantime, we need you to recruit more people for the party of heroes. Sure, who are they? Okay, you need to recruit 3 members from the Warriors Guild. Gamal, Sloan, and Harlak. We'd also like you to track down the great warrior, Cyrus. You may have heard of him? Of course, we're very good friends. I haven't actually seen him for some time, but no doubt I can find some way to contact him. Specifically, it's going to be NPC contact. You do it at least one time, if not all the others. That's alright. Get on to the Lunar Spellbook. NPC contact. Specifically looking for the guy we're looking for. Honest Jimmy? Nope. Services. Hello. Services. In your mind. As Sarah says, I'm constantly using magic. Quite familiar with it. Can I help you with something? You talked about Lucian. Ah, that troublesome Majrat. I've heard rumors of his evil. What is he conspiring to do now? He is increasing in power. We need to apprehend him. Would you be interested in joining a small party tasked with doing so? What other challenges are there for an adventurer? If there's help I can offer, then offer it I shall. It's going to be dangerous. Heroic will phrase it. Perhaps the most challenging and dangerous undertaking of your adventuring career to date. Well, you just made it sound even more compelling. Sign me up. Can't wait for some action. Great, thanks. Alright. And then pray again. Regular magic so I can teleport. And now, the Warriors Guild. Starting with Gamal outside. Gamal, welcome you to Warrior Guild. Thank you, I think. You talked about Lucian. Lucian. Gamal hear about him. He not enter guild while Gamal live. He's back, grown in power. We need to apprehend him. You interested in joining a small party tasked with doing so? Gamal warrior. Live like warrior and put down evil. But who will guard guild? Is that really important? Lucian could overrun these lands with his evil. Not worry. We'll write to Lady. He take care of guild and not let unworthy pass. Gamal fight with you. Okay, great, thanks. Into the guild, which we absolutely can go in, because we have easily over 65 attack strength combined. Harlak. And Lucian. Indeed. He's back, growing in power, we need to apprehend him. And that is disturbing news, but how can I help you, dear sir? Well, I know it's a lot to ask, both you having established your guild and all. Seeing as you're skilled, as how skilled you are with a sword, would you interested in joining us? Of course, you would come to me. Being the best swordsman in the kingdom, I am honored. Could be dangerous. Ha! I laugh in the face of danger. Let them come, and I shall parry, thrust, riposte. Yes, count me in. Okay, great, thanks. And the last one. Upstairs once. Really have not spent a huge amount of time in the Warriors Guild. Between the shops not having the stock like I have in old school, and defenders not being very good. Slan, how you doing? You look strong. Welcome to the strength testing area of the Warriors Guild. I'm Slan, master of this area. Good song for the heroes party. And you're talking about Lucian. Lucian, I've heard that name. Not good things along with it. He's back, growing power. You can apprehend him. Want to join the small party to do so? His evil must be brought to justice. Warning, it could be dangerous. Live by an ancient code handed down from my family. It is what led me to the Warriors Guild and what drives me. Cannot sit idly by and see evil flourish. Danger is as nothing to a warrior who is true to his heart. Is that a yes? If I'm lending my axe to this quest, it gives a better chance of success, then I'll see it through. I'll stand with you. Okay, great, thanks. Alright, that's all the heroes recruited. Let's get back to Andrea again. Also went ahead and grabbed all the different other items we still needed. Should be a reasonable inventory for right now. Still holding on to the axe, because I don't want to bother having to make that again. Inventory should be fine. Should be okay. Back to Falador Castle again. Over and over and over here. Accuracy is outside. Here's some of the champions in here and an imp. It's fine. Andrea. Return of the Masters of the Warriors Guild and Cyrus's for the party of heroes, which I do now. That's great. We should let Accuracy know. I think he was quite anxious for your return. Accuracy. Good news, Accuracy. I've recruited all the heroes. That's good news, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. I'm very anxious about Silith. Dark Squall has been spotted near the Black Knight's fortress, so I sent Silith to scout out the area. Our last report from Silith was that Dark Squall had gone in, hadn't come out again. Presume we followed Dark Squall into the fortress. Could you investigate for us? Okay, that's where I'll start my own investigation. Up at the Dark Knight's fortress. We are prepared with the Iron Chain Body Bronze Medium Helmet disguise. Because all of the guards of the Black Knight's fortress have a trimmed fishing cape and a crystal bow. That makes total sense. This is the standard, just the normal outfit for the guards at the Black Knight's fortress. they have a very loose requirements on anything that isn't helm and body. Could also get in with full black or things from later quests that don't exist yet. And the entire place is slightly different. But the main thing is that we need to find what happened to Zilith. We will head up Ice Mountain here, but not actually up it, around to the side, back to the back, with the massively updated Black Knight's Fortress here. We're doing what we can. Open the portcullis. Stop having it be closed. Yes, let me in. Not the brightest, are they? Anyways. Down ladder. And we're downstairs. We look at a tile. Closer examination, notice an orb symbol carved into the tile. It is the amazing magic that is orb magic. Orb shares the power of magic. Magically transforms into a trapdoor. There you go. And that takes care of the cosmic runes and the orb that we had. More inventory space for me. We get down into a massive dungeon area with elite black knights and elite dark rangers and dark mages and all kinds of guys. Pew pew. Let's protect from range. This is the part where we run melee and bonk him. And use some special attacks. Oh, protected from melee there. Yeah, these guys use protection prayers, and they're actually 100% effective protection prayers, which is pretty wild. The warriors don't, though. They just die. Grab ourselves. Well, I guess they do. Ah. That was our accuracy with that. Not great. Alright, we need to just fight the actual guys here. That blade body. Any more elite Dark Knights here? There's one. Your constant prayers are very irritating, you know that? Pew pew. Bonk. Pew pew. Could have possibly accomplished this with the adamant hatchet. Didn't feel too excited about that prospect. How would you get over here? I just want to fight the knights. Shoot you again. Come over this way. Monk. Monk. Constantly switching prayers. You know, right nuisance. Need black plate legs. Okay. Everybody's attacking us. That's attacking the wrong guy. Pew. And bonk. Pew pew. And he's dead now. Elite black form. Okay. Let me retreat for a little bit here. Equip our full elite black. You don't go away. Let's reset the situation. Skipping some steps here. With knowledge. We're now one of you guys. Don't worry. Alright. Fantastic. Now we can just run through this whole place without being bothered. That's nice. Alright. Cross a bridge. Jump up some walls. Just avoid all the elite dark knights and rangers and warriors and mages. It's a big place with a lot of enemies. We can just walk straight past while still wielding our crystal bow and fishing cape. Totally legit, don't worry about it. Now you could just run all the way through here to the end, where you then need to actually know that you need to get the things. Prior knowledge continues to be beneficial to our preparedness. Alright. Hey, Siliph. How's it going? Siliph, is that you? That's me. Ironman, Artic. Are you okay? What? I won't talk. You can't make me. It's me, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic. Remember me? Who put you in here? Oh, my head. Is that you, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic? Sir, don't be praised. Please get me out of here. I want to get you out of here. Any suggestions? Not sure, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic. It all happened so fast. I'm too weak to think straight. Okay, Siliph, we need to work together. Now give me a rundown. What's your condition? Yes, right, of course. Sorry, sir. I've sustained some injuries. Sounds like a restorative potion might be needed. And also, I'm so hungry. I can eat a cow stuffed between 2 bread carts. Okay, I'll see what I can do about some food. And I need to get out of this accursed cell. Okay, some sort of escape plan is in order. Good report, soldier. Any intelligence regarding this area? Where should I start looking? Sorry, sir, I'm not sure where I am. There's next to some sort of broken bridge when I was captured. I'll be back to get you out. Alright. So we got captured at the start of this dungeon. Seems like at least made it through the magical trapdoor, so that's progress. Some inventory space. Open some doors. Walk into the room. We got more elite guys in here. We got desks. Search desk. Find a strange orb-like object similar to the comm orb. Strange tele-orb. Used to teleport people somehow. Search this desk over here to find food and potion. Good stuff. Got a key rack over this way. Yoink. The cell door key. Lovely. Then we have wardrobes. Open this wardrobe. Search it for a set of elite black armor. And then open this wardrobe over here. Search it for a set of Dagenhai. Very cool. Let's have a map board. And there is Dark Squall. Spy on him a little bit. Yes. Spy on Dark Squall. Not gonna mess with him. You guard. Don't need to talk to me. Don't talk to me. Back to Siliph. We are back. Okay. Lots of stuff to pick up. Lots of stuff. Those my spine chaps? I want those. Drop the spine chaps instead of the iron chain. That's not right. That would have been irritating to get back. Alright. Open the cell door with the key. Here's Siliph. Back, Siliph. How you doing? Very weak, can barely move. Like some food. Some food inventory, we like some. Sounds wonderfully tempting, but I'm too weak to sort through your items. Can you use your food on me? Want me to feed you? Well, yes, please. I'll be the patient. Notice all the cuts and bruises, and you could be the caring savior who feeds me some food. I did the same for you if the situation were reversed. Okay, point made. Use your lobster. Oh yes, that's delicious. You make this yourself? Oh, it's so good. I found it on a table. And here's your potion. Thanks, I feel so much better now. Can't manage 4 doses. Here, you have the rest. The remaining 1 dose restore potion. And here's some armor for you. Obviously, armor. What's that for, Artic? I think it would be useful if you wore this disguise when we try to infiltrate Dark Squall's inner base. Ah, good thinking, Artic. Yes, we can try to get into Dark Squall's inner base. I believe I can memorize the maps and plans in there, and duplicate them when I return to Foundador. Okay, let's go. So, expertly dons the elite black armor. Very good. Let's even pick up some of our sharks. Now he's following us. Amazing. There's the iron chain. Other things have despawned if we didn't hear quick enough. Come on, Siliph, we gotta go. You had a lobster. You should be fine. Nope, everything gone. Okay, that's fine. We didn't drop anything we didn't need. Like this single restore potion. Okay, we're here. Going to peruse the maps for a bit and memorize them. Okay, what should I do now? This is a real opportunity for us. Dark Squall is here. We can take him into custody. What? With all these henchmen around? We stand no chance. You have to think outside the box, young hardcore Ironman Artic. Remember how you apprehended that spy earlier? Oh yes, a teleorb. Happen to have one here. Managed to keep it hidden from the guards. Going to check these maps out a bit more. Place the teleorb on Dark Squall and I'll meet you back at Falador. And do another teleorb. Once you've done that, get out of here and head back to Acrosay. I'll try to get away and meet you back there. Alright. Dark Squall. Use the teleorb and not the strange teleorb. There you go. Boop. You successfully sneak the teleorb into Dark Squall's pocket. You there, do me a favor. Wait a minute, I know you. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. You have no idea who you're meddling with. Ha ha ha. It's Surak Magus. Remember me now, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic? Surak, you're still alive? I would change that if you weren't surrounded by your lackeys. I'll have to see you another time. Guards, attack this filth. No mercy. Nah. Bye. Surak. Surak. Alright. Anywho. I'm gonna drink this restore potion. Not gonna do anything. Drop this vial. Put on the Dragon High robes. With our crystal bow still. Definitely an outfit choice. Alright. Hey guys. Well met, Acrosay. Found Sylv and helped complete the mission. Yeah, Sylv has told us how you managed to free him. Quite a daring raid. Also managed to plant a special combo on Dark Squall. Or should I say, Surak. Incredible. This is a success. With Sylv's help, we've made some calculated guesses regarding the location of Lucian's base. Heroes are heading north along the western perimeter of the wilderness on the lookout for Lucian's base. Well, it sounds like you got this whole Lucian business well in hand. I guess you don't need me anymore. Far from it, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. This could be the most important part of the whole project. What do you need me to do now? Since you planted the teleorb on Surak, you can really take advantage of the situation. Sylv, can you explain? Certainly, Acrosay. We believe that Surak has a way to make contact with Lucian. Most likely face-to-face. We need to imitate Surak and look for a way to gain access to Lucian's base. Some of the plans I found suggest some sort of special connection between Surak's base and a remote location in the northwest of the wilderness. Also, I believe some sort of special orb was used in connection with this. Yes, I think I found something like that when I was in Surak's base. It's probably quite important that you take it with you when you go. I have Surak's robes with me right now. When ready to go, stand inside the cell and we'll perform the spell to switch places with Surak. Okay. Perfect. But before we go to this secret base, let's talk to all the heroes, see if they have anything to say. This is our elite squad. Hello. Think you're ready to face Lucian then? I guess so. I have questions for you. Why do all the Slayer Masters say hello so much? That's easy enough. It's a tradition. When we are trained, we learn to say it. I assume there must be some reason lost over time. You don't know the reason? Seems a bit odd to me. Who knows what would happen if we stopped? It's just like you people and your obsession with silly hats. There's probably no reason, but a lot of folk consider it to be so important that you have to wonder. Hello, what are you after then? Come on. When we're going off to have this fight, Pelmo could do with some fresh air. Not ready quite yet. Hopefully fairly soon. Fighting Mashra is not something to be taken lightly. Okay, I suppose so. Duradel. Hello, good to be out of that hut. I've been inhabited for the past few years. Seems that saving the world was enough reason for me to be allowed out. You mean you weren't allowed? You weren't permitted to leave? Who was stopping you? Who could stop you for that matter? Let's just say you don't arrive as the greatest Slayer Master overnight without a lot of blood and slaughter. I took some shortcuts and trod on some very important toes. Now this is getting interesting. Do tell. I'm afraid this is a secret that will go to my grave. Cannot take the chance you would be tempted as I was. Well met. Well, I'm ready and waiting to get going on this mission. Glad to hear it. It's an important job for the continued safety of the human kingdoms. Sarsis? Well, this is quite exciting. This is an illustrious group you've invited me to join. Well, we're happy to have you along. Sure, your help will be valuable. It's thanks to you that I even feel brave enough to take part in this mission. He's got his dragon medium helm, full arrows, and whip still. Hello, thanks for giving me a push. I need to retire. It's best to go out in a blaze of glory, I say. You're retiring? I assume Slayer Master was a job for life. Oh no, I've been training my daughter, Spria, ever since she was knee-high. You should have seen her slay her first cave bug. Now she's finished her army duty and sated her wanderlust. She can settle down and take over. What about you? Once this Lucian character is dead and buried, I'll settle down to a well-earned rest. No more Turiel swap my task for me. Can you imagine how many hours I had to stand keeping records up to date? I think I might take up a viniculture and give Bernald some competition. Harlack. It's good to be going on an adventure again. I've been so busy running the guild recently, I've not had a chance. Not apprehensive about the dangers ahead, then? I positively relish a bit of danger every now and again. Gets the blood pumping. And Hazelmere. How are preparations going? Are we going to be needed soon? Yes, I hope so. Lucian isn't exactly the easiest person in the world to catch, though. Well, there's a certain amount of preparation, so up for this, you look a little perplexed. There are dark times ahead of us, but my resolve is strong. We need to face Lucian now. Indeed. Okay. And now. Enter the cell door. You ready to be teleswitched? Remember, you look like Surak to the guards there, so you should be safe. Just try not to draw attention to yourself. Well, like by wielding a fishing cape and a crystal bow. Yep, I'm ready. Okay, before we start, I better teleblock the cell. That Surak probably has some magical abilities which would enable him to escape else. Thankfully, it won't affect the teleswitch. Magical. Okay, here we go. Can't step toward teleporters for Tanis. You can't just keep using the same spell for every spell. What the? And away we go. And we are Surak now. AKA Dark Squall. AKA in charge here. We can go up this ladder. Whee! And we got this here. Inspect the orb. See which will come over with some extra markings. Activate it. Right here. Along with a Death End Law Rune. That somehow works. And that brings us out here. To a combination of the elite Dark Knights and undead trolls and skeletal mages and stuff. What a place. What a place. Ah, Lord Surak. Lord Lucian is recruiting. You can observe from the top of the chapel. Let us observe then. Climb up the ice wall. Jump over to the ledge. Walk out this way. For a cutscene. There's Lucian. Now to recruit my great army! Lucian! Magical blast into the ground, unearthing ancient heroes, skeletal thralls. What's he doing now? You're not Surak, and you're not welcome! Magical blast. Misses us. Another magical blast. Disintegrates the two knights here. Oh boy. And then, over the hill. The human will be toast if we don't move now. Ready for teleport. It's the army. And they got some new armor. Oh, fun. Teleports into battle. Master and I will draw the enemy. Hesmer and the rest take Lucian. Magical Blast. Disintegrates Turtle and Sloan. No! They're fighting some skeletons. Hazelmir's Magical Crystal Blast has little effect. Their weapons broke. And Hazelmir takes out his seed pod. No good. Just this decision was already made and was for the best. Goodbye, my friends. Another disintegration blast. Here comes Gommel. Hazelmir, get out of here. He's too powerful. And goodbye, Gommel. Here you go. Blast them back. Disintegrates Hazelmir. His hat just floats down. And they didn't even kill any of the skeletons. What wonderful devastation. Still, I have things to attend to. I'm just hiding behind some rocks. And Lucian and his army are gone. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic must follow. Tyrion and Durandal must be avenged. Came back to Founder would be wiser. Did you see the way he slaughtered us? That our weapons are useless? How many more would die? Some must survive to report this nightmare. Such knowledge lost with their deaths. You're right, the Slayer cause has suffered enough for one day. We must retreat. Get back to Falador. Away from this place of death. We're teleporting out now. And they're out. Hazelmir, Cyrus, what have I done? Lucian, you'll pay for this. That went poorly. Better get out of here before I get killed too. Ah, they're onto my ruse. Right, see in there, jump to this ledge. This is also kind of technically in the wilderness, but also kind of not. So, it's probably fine. Anyways, that happened. Okay. Yeah. 6 out of 8. Disintegrated. Some of the greatest heroes. Slayer masters. Ancient knowledge. Yeah. Yeah. It's all gone horribly wrong. Sorok's still here though, so we've got that. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic, you're alive. A mushroom reported in. We feared the worst. We're all so sorry, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. We totally underestimated Lucian's power. Sorry? Sorry? That's not gonna bring them back, is it? No, I think not. But neither is getting angry and blaming us. They were good people and great fighters. They'll be sorely missed, but we still have a job to do. What about Hazelmir? What about Cyrus's? Their lives will be avenged, and we'll commemorate their bravery by erecting statues to them in prominent places. But for now, we need you to find... we need you for another project. This is all far from over, my friend. Very well. Their bravery should be remembered, and I'd be pleased to help bring down Lucian. What can I do to help now? We're worried about Mavario's movements. Our sources say he has moved from the area he was in. What's he doing? Is it related to the notes I retrieved from his base? It may be. It seems that Mavario believes the Fist of Guthix and the Eye of Saradomin exist. He thinks they're artifacts used during an earlier age. I believe that Mavario is looking for the Fist of Guthix in the Lumbridge Swamp Caves. Of course. The Tears of Guthix is where Guthix was meant to have wept with sorrow at the state of Gielinor after the God Wars. There's a huge chasm there, isn't there? Yes. There have been references in some ancient Druidic texts about the Chasm of Tears. Okay, what do you want me to do? We'd like you to go down there, dressed as Surok, see what he's up to. Talk to him as if you were Surok, tell him that you're working for Lucian, and attempt to help him with his investigations. Where's Mavario now? Sources say he's moved into a large cavern area with some mysterious floating lights. Well, that is the Tears of Guthix cave. If I had a games necklace, we could teleport there. Instead, house teleport, Lumbridge teleport, through the caves, through the other caves. I put all the spined armor in the house, dropped and destroyed things we don't need, hopefully. Here we are, with Mavario, Darv, and some cave goblins. Watch out, surface dweller. Don't get too close to the edge. Don't pinch on me. What are you doing here? Mavario is paying us to help him with his expedition. He thinks... Goblin, what did I tell you about what we're doing here? Then it's a secret, which means we shouldn't tell strangers about it. That's right. Now you strangers, stop poking your nose in where it's not wanted or required. What's the rope for? Oh, that, none of your concern. Now leave us alone. Sorry, surface dweller. Mario doesn't want me talking about it. Hey, Darv. Think you'd better talk to Mavario, hadn't you? Don't think I can help the likes of you. Darv, don't be so rude. He may be prying into our business and essentially getting in our way, but you can talk to him like a normal person, you know. If you want to talk to him, go ahead. I understand what you're selling. I'm a fighter and I'll fight you as soon as I look at you. Hey, Mavario. I am Surak. Lucian sent me to check on your progress. Surak? How? Surak? Well, Darv, I can handle this. Surak, you say? You can tell Lucian that our investigations would be greatly expedited if we weren't subject to all these interruptions. You don't understand. Lucian's requested that I assist you so that the situation is resolved forthwith. Time is now the essence, and Lucian's patience is wearing thin. I will not stand. Mavario, isn't it? I've heard of your detailed research. It's quite extraordinary. We need to ensure that any discoveries are carefully and thoroughly investigated before Lord Lucian's made aware of them. Yes. That sounds very wise. And regarding my research, which parts particularly interested you? The most impressive element, I think your realization that the graphic reference to the eye and the fist weren't references to godly power, but to actual physical entities. I do admire your lateral thinking. Tell me, have you had any further insights that you would care to share with me? Well, I have, but how do I know I can trust you? Lucian has asked me to take over your investigations, but I'm more interested in simply working as your close assistant. Now please share what you know with me. Looks like we don't have much choice, boss. And you probably understand a lot more of what you rant on about than I do. Quite. Very well, I suppose I have no choice. Ready yourself. It's my latest hypothesis, and it's quite something to comprehend. There are vague references to the Stone of J, which I believe to be the Stone of Jas. Based on further research and the correlation of dates, come to an astounding conclusion. Yes? I postulate that not only do the Fist of Guthix and the Eye of Saradomin exist, but they are in fact one and the same item. And before it became known by either of those two names, it was called the Stone of Jas. Incredible. The power this item would have. Either it was used by Guthix and Saradomin to supplement their powers. And if I'm not mistaken, Lord Lucian is following in their footsteps of another Majrat, who also used its power to ascend to godhood. Zamark's flaming nostrils. You really believe this item exists? I suspect that's somewhere down at the bottom of this chasm. Fear must send away for a considerable amount of supplies to build a gantry, which require a huge amount of wood and rope, not to mention manpower. What about the light creatures? Are they of no use? Well, I suppose they look quite nice. I shall study their movements at some time. I don't think that's what Surak was talking about, boss. Let me explain. I found that you use a special type of lantern that casts a distinct blue light and attract their attention, which will surround you and carry you to the far side. You won't get me on one of those things, not on your life. Shut up, Darv. The adults are talking. Do you ever manage to get them to go downwards, to the bottom? Not so far. Soon the lantern isn't sufficiently bright for them to go downwards. Intriguing. Happen to know a blue light spell which might work? Do you think you could call a creature? Could use my blue light spell to send them down to the bottom of the chasm. I can go down to the bottom first, make sure it's safe. And let your filthy hands over my finds? I don't think so. I insist that you'll be the first to investigate anything which looks even remotely interesting. Very well, then. I have little choice. When you're ready to go down, just attract the light creature. When you're in position, I'll shoot you. I'll fire off my blue light spell. Alright. I shall return. With a blue light creature. They're over here. Hint. It's the outro. Sapphire lantern on the creature into the chasm. Comes towards us. sucks us in instead of just floating on it. And down we go. Okay, I'll cast the blue flame spell now. You said blue light. And down, and down, and down we go. All the way to the bottom. Interesting. Some of the light creatures followed me down. I now need a blue light spell to navigate down again. Everything's going great. Search some rocks. Find a crushed brazier beneath, so you need something to lever up the rocks. We'll lever up the rocks? Sure. That a spade we needed? Search the brazier. We have a charged fire orb. Try to free it. It seems pretty well secured. I think we can search the skeletons here to get all the supplies we need. Find a sickle and a druid pouch. We got a second sickle now. Good. Search the skeletons. Find a spade. That does that. Search another skeleton. Hammer and chisel. There you go. Everything we need. Drop that. Search this. Secured. Get out with a hammer. Hammer won't be terribly effective, but perhaps using the sharp cutting edge may release the orb from the brazier. Chisel. And hammer. Release the orb. Get a fire orb from here. Keep on searching all the rocks. Getting everything. Taking the stuff. See some rocks. Levered up with the spade from the skeleton. Then search it. There's supposed to be an actual brazier here or something. Chisel it out. There it is. Earth orb. And search the other ones here. Get ourselves out of the fire. Release the orb from the brazier. And the last one over here. Search the brazier for a little while. Discover that charged water orb is generating the light. Try to free it. Seems pretty well secured. Chisel. Monk. There you go. Alright. Don't need the spade, hammer, and chisel anymore. Recessed blocks. So what's recessed in the block? That's an air symbol. Air orb on the recessed block. Use the orb on the etched elemental mark. Metallic cube this out. Place in your inventory. Mark with the fire symbol. Use this onto this. Take the that. Recessed block here has an earth symbol. It's combining blocks and orbs to make a whole thing. Then climb up top here. We still need the water symbol. There we go. One orb on the block. Grab the block. And back down. Not so much of a puzzle. More of just a use the things that are here kind of thing. Into the skull nose cavities. It's a deep cavity, a very deep cavity. Prepare to squeeze the nose cavity. As require both hands free. Fair. Crawling through just a tiny little cave at the bottom of a chasm. Very safe. Very cool. Honestly, it could be significantly smaller. It's just more it's short than anything. That's most of the problem here. Search this door lock. Looks like it formed part of a door. Small deceptive design on it. Strange symbol etched in it. Air symbol. Let me slowly crawl back out. And then there is 3 more holes to go in. 2 more holes on the top bit. Something. Anyways. We are just down in here. Just absolutely destroying our Dagonhide row bottoms by crawling on the floor and just dragging it all over the place. That's a problem. Should be fine. Deep cavity. Squeeze in. This one's even longer. Of course it is. There is no tiny cave that we won't squeeze our way through to get revenge on Lucian. Because we want to. Because he deserves it. All the way down in here. This is as far as Mavario's research led him. He's got the cutting edge information on everything going on currently with the Stone of Jas. So we are where no one's been. Plug that in. We can also tell because the door isn't unlocked. So that's another hint how things are going. Anyways, now we crawl back out of this tunnel. At least we're crawling at a decent speed here. They could definitely have gone for half walking speed or something terrible. It's already long enough. Doesn't need to be more. This is fine. This is fine. Okay. Out there. And then we jump into another skull nose cavity. A very deep cavity. This one's not as bad. Look how short this is by comparison. Feeling great. Feeling great. Let's get a look at what symbols on this lock mechanism. Looks to be Earth. And I believe. Okay. Back out of the cavern hole. One more time here. And we just have the fire key left. That's going to be up higher. Hip, hip, hip. Climbing up. Climbing up. Fire symbol here. Fire guy. Either here or here. Nothing happens. Put it in here. Into the lock. Search the stone cube. Hear a green sound to the south. I can climb through the cave opening into the mouth this time. Very safe. Very cool. Now we're in here. Alright. The next enormous place. We've got a stone table, a Guthix symbol in the middle. It's under those 8 symmetrical raised plinths carved into it. Then we have 8 different passageways, essentially. So what we need to do is stuff. Got some druids. Thank you for releasing me. The fruits of Guthix lore are yours. Toad flax and toad's legs. And then just keep doing this. Use on the druid spirit. Guthix drops snapdragon and red spider egg. Keep going. More druid pouches. More druids. More loot. Kentine and white berries. And then we also are going to need more than this. So we need to cast bloom. Get more stuff from the vine to make more druid pouches. Got dead vine. Got plenty of prayer points. Fill more druid pouch. And go find some more ghosties. And then it's to the end of each of these long, long corridors. It is a process here, that's for sure. Druid pouch on druid. Gives more things. Highlander and goathorn dust. These are all ingredients for potions. Druid. Dwarf Wine of Zamorak. Druid. This one gives us red iron snapegrass. If we go to the ends here, examine the statue. This one's depicting ranging. So we need to put in a range potion. It's a dwarf weed and a wine of Zamorak. And that activates the statue and gives us a dolmen. Whee! So now we just need to go to every single end here, put the potion in. I mean, we still need to get 2 more potion ingredients sets, but go to all the ends of all of these incredibly long corridors, collecting dolmens. We could probably put the dolmens on the statue as we run past, just to lose a bit of weight here. But these weigh a significant chunk. It also activates one of those. Also looks like it only weighs 1. That's unfortunate. Alright. Let's find some more spirits here. And there is a druid. Can't fill. Nothing else to fill it with. Druid. Potato cactus and lantadime. And druid. This one gives us 4 things. That's not ideal. That should be the last one. I'm going to drop the shark and the druid pouch, pick up these pieces. Should be okay. Should be fine. This is the prayer altar. We can also check the bowl, see what's happening here. Nothing in the bowl, the prayer one. That is Ranar and Snapegrass. Put them in. And then it shines, and we get it. Alright. And we should have all the things. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more things. That's alright. We'll just take the druid pouch in case I accidentally do something wrong. I don't think we would get duplicate ingredient selections from helping more of the druids here. So we kind of just need to not do it wrong in the first place. Would be smart. And this statue is depicting magic, so we need a magic potion. That's the lantadime and potato cactus. Almost looks like it'd be a rune crafting potion, but that's not a thing yet, so. Magical. Dolmen. Alright. Oh, this is a bit of a run. Oh, this is a bit of a run. That's alright. We're getting there. We are getting there. Okay. We still do have the last one on this side of the whole place, so we'll do that one next. And then we just need to go down the other side, get all of the dolmens there, then we should be good. A lot of distance in this last portion of the quest here, isn't it? Slowly crawling through small tunnels, running through large tunnels. This is the combat section. Specifically not the attack section, it's combat. So a combat potion. Harlander and Goathorn Dust. There you go. Continuing on. We're gonna run out of run energy, aren't we? Not too common that happens. Not too common that happens. This is definitely plenty of running, though. My goodness. I think at this point, there should be all the information in the skill guide for what potions are made out of what. So, once you get all these random ingredients, you should be able to figure it out. Also, they drop the ingredients as they are used in an entire potion, so that's also pretty nice. Next one. Examine the thing here. Examine the statue. Balance. This is a Guthix balance potion. The incredibly complicated one with the 4 ingredients. It's like a restore potion, but with vampire defeating properties. And also we put the other red spider egg on here, so we need to make sure we have that right. The balance becomes unbalanced the other direction. Something's saying there, something. 3 more. 3 more. It's quite the place. Quite the place. Alright. Next passageway, we find statue depicting agility. Use the toad legs and use the toad flax. And there you go. Jumping over the boulder. Check. So the last 2 here. It's been quite the adventure, hasn't it? Quite the adventure indeed. Not quite done yet. A few more things to do. Next statue. The penultimate one. Examine it. Restoration. How about a super restore from this regular snapdragon? Not an enriched snapdragon. That was earlier. It's restored. Get that. And off down the last way here, which looks even longer, because of course it is. How could it not be? Why wouldn't it be? All these twisting, branching paths and vines. Everything works out. Dead vines, dead druids, everything we need. And the last one is going to be a super defense potion. The shield here. Kentine, white berries, dolmen. There we go. Back to the middle of the room. Now we don't need the druid pouch, don't need the silver sickle. Perfect. Alright. Running. Running. Running back. Having a good time. We're out of run again. Oh boy. A tiring adventure, that's for sure. And this is with the complete changes to run energy. Anyways, here's the enormous door that's in our way. Look at the size of that thing. My goodness. Alright. Add more dolmens to the table here. Another one rises up. And then another one rises up. Got a little version here. Big version there. Look at that. Doesn't seem there's any puzzle to which location each of the dolmens goes, at least. The puzzle's just the herb lore potion system. You have to know the herb lore in order to activate the keys. And then the entire thing lifts up and opens the door, which is absolutely insane. That's a massive door with a massive, massive key. That's wild. That's wild is what that is. And then the rest of the dolmens go back down. Alright. So this is the next area. And we are not prepared. It is quite the run to get back here, my goodness. But we continue on. Past the ancient door there, into an even larger, further chasm with that right there. It is the mysterious stone. Powerful energy surrounds it. Look at the mysterious stone. This multifaceted orb, surrounded by bands of multicolored energy, which seem to vibrate the very air around you. Search it. Seems like a very powerful and ancient artifact. Are you sure you wish to touch it? Yeah, I need to investigate this, even if it kills me. Oh, hopefully not. Touch. Then the magical banding comes off of it. Here is Balance Elemental. By order of the governance of Guthix, what rights do you have here? What? Perhaps some violence might make you understand. Balance Elemental. Attacking with melee. It's shooting me. Our damage is not great. Let's protect from melee also. Magic. Range attack. Gonna heal. Oh, he's also draining our stats. That's not great. Protection prayers. Oh, if we could finish this before he lowers our stats too much, that'd be good. Did not bring a restore potion. Perhaps we should have. Alright. We're just rocking down at 60 stats. From magic, from range. We need to just get him down before our damage goes too low. 56 attack and everything. Let's get on switching spells. We got this. It's not pretty, but we got this. Alright. Balance Elemental defeated. Wasn't pretty. You have 44 stats now. And that's what preparation looks like. Touch the stone again. Touch. And we see a cutscene of an ancient guy here. Versad. He also touch. The magic makes him a bit taller. Alright. The stone of Jas. It belongs to Jas. Protection, growing in power. No, the Dragonkin. He's over here, Bavario. Near that big, round, rocky rock. The stone! I found the stone of Jas. I found the stone of Jas. The power. What power this artifact has. My greatest discovery to date. This is so-called Lord Surak has helped us out after all. A clever ploy, hardcore ultimate Ironman. Artic, using a disguise to fool us. We discovered your ruse by talking directly to Lord Lucian. You're the imposter that turned up at Lucian's outpost, aren't you? Are you brave or just foolish? What are you gonna do with the Stone of Jas? Whatever we like. Probably get a load of loot for it. Well, it's none of your business, of course. But if you must know, I'm going to research the stone thoroughly and find the source of its power. Not too much, though. We got a load of people interested in this old rock. Probably make a load of loot off this, so the sooner we sell it, the better. Darv, please be quiet. There's much research to be done first. What is the Stone of Jas? The Stone of Jas is probably the most important, the most significant, the most powerful artifact to be discovered in Gielinor. I've been researching religious texts most of my life, and only through the smallest of clues, the slightest of hints, and the patience of 1,000 men, did I get the slightest inkling of its existence. Whoever hid the stone meant for it to never be found. So why was it hidden in the Guthixian temple, and what significance does the stone circle have? My research indicates that the manifestation of Guthix and its followers built the temple to house the Stone of Jas. Stone circle is a grand lock mechanism for opening the main hall door. Probably the druids of the old years built the circle in Taverley as a reminder, and to celebrate the great work they did for Guthix here. You can't let Lucian get the Stone of Jas. Who says that Lucian's going to get the Stone of Jas? Nothing's carved in stone. He may have contributed to my research funds, certainly. But in terms of actual possession, that's another situation. It seems there's little to stop Lucian from simply taking it if he learns of its existence. What efforts can you muster to prevent his spy network from reporting your discovery to him? Enough of those annoying questions, that's my business. It's my business also, Mavario. Don't forget I get a share. Shut up, Darv. The stone is my discovery. No one will get in the way of my research. No one. What if someone should stand in your way? What, like you? No problems. I'll do for you, mate. Darv, I wouldn't be so enthusiastic about tangling with this individual. I speculate that the Stone of Jazz has had a guardian of no small power. Our friend here managed to dispatch it. That's some feat, even for me. Also, you might want to note, I'm currently glowing in magical power and have 253 stats. Why, he doesn't look like much I could do for him. I fear that our helpful friend here would be more than a match for both of us together. I'm fairly certain, however, that Lord Lucian would deal with him in very short order. While I have Lucian as an ally, your efforts here are wasted. You may as well leave and let me continue my research. Hang on, what's that energy build-up in the room? Something powerful is coming. I'm awed by its strength. It's Lucian. With the Staff of Armadillo. You've discovered my prize at last. Mavario, why wasn't I informed of this earlier? My Lord Lucian, there's much more research I need to do before it's safe to be used. Nonsense! I feel it calling to me, and I need its power. Who's this? Hardcore Altered Ironman, Artic? I remember, we have unfinished business. I'm pressed for time. Any last request before I kill you? What are you gonna do with the Stone of Jazz? This fine bauble? Guthix's most powerful tool shall supplement my own massive power. I'll be entering the ritual very well prepared. Your so-called civilizations shall be swept away like all of those of old. The Majra will soon take their rightful place as sole inheritors and leaders of Gillador, and I will be their lord. If you humans are lucky, your children shall become our slaves. Why is the Stone of Jazz so important to you? The stone is power, and power is life. Can't you feel it? The lifeblood of power vibrating from the stone? It fills my senses. It's almost overpowering. Movario, you have outdone yourself this time. Thank you, my lord. So power is all you're interested in? Power is the only thing to be interested in. You're misguided, sad and directionless if you think otherwise. Do you really hope to follow in the footsteps of Zamorak? My destiny is my concern. You needn't bother yourself. Your days will end soon enough. As powerful as you are, Lucian, I think Zamorak will have something to say about your future plans. Probably want the staff back for a start. Hold your vile tongue, puny human. Do you know who you address? I am Lord Lucian of the Majrat, master of the 1,000 curses. Look upon my works and despair. You'll never have that satisfaction, Lucian. You killed my friends, and no matter what it takes, I'll make it my mission to destroy you and all your kind. Powerful words for someone about to die. This conversation bores me. I must attend to my godhood. Time for us to leave, Darv. And they are out of here. And then, 2, 3, and I only want the strongest in my worshippers. Those two are weak to slay. Too weak to slay even these lowly beasts will certainly not be wanted. Tormented demons. And he teleports out with the stone. And in come the Guardians of Armadillo. Idra. Blessed Armadillo, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic. These demons are too powerful. Your contact with the stone may be enough to save us. Tormented demons. We should hit very, very hard against these guys. Of course they use prayers too. But we can absolutely obliterate. That was a massive hit. That's what that was. 377. 460. Not even using any actual prayers would actually help. Goodbye, tormented demons. Goodbye. So yeah. The plinth is gone. Once held the Great Stone of Jazz. Now our stats are decreasing back to normal. That was astounding, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. Your strength cowed even those vile beasts. Perhaps your contact with the stone enhanced your strengths. But this is a discussion for another time. Would you like me to teleport you back to Falador? Yes, a teleport out of here would be good. Arcanus, Sempitor, Teleportus, Retanus. And we're back. Ah, Falador. Hello, Adria. And everybody else, and Zerok. Hello, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic. It's good to see you again. What are we gonna do now? Before we discuss that, I have some items to give you. They're dropped when you defeated the tormented demons. Spoils for a hero. Drew hands over a lump of twisted metal and a heap of coins. 5,000 coins. Thanks very much, but what is this lump of metal? I believe it's a shard of some sort of ancient dragon armor. Heard the dwarves of the blast furnace have a great deal of expertise in the metallurgical arts. You may like to talk to them about it. Quest complete. While Guthix sleeps. 5 quest points, 5,000 coins, a lump of dragon metal in the form of a ruined dragon armor shard, Alks for 18k, is also 1/3 of a dragon plate body, which we're not going to get. Talk to Idria to get a bunch of XP. We could go loot Mavario's base for the magic rune logs and coal and stuff. Go fight tormented demons to get more of the dragon metal drops. I can worry about that. Ah, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic. I'm glad you're still around. Remember I said something about has changed about you? Changed? Yes, it must have been due to the close proximity to the Stone of Jas. Some change has taken place, some unexpressed potential. We saw that when you fought the demons, or at least the residue of your contact with the stone. Then you can release the rest of it, but you'll have to direct its flow. Are you ready? I guess so. Before we are ready, let's discuss the other things, because this is the last thing that's happening here. And this is the current situation. We can now go back and fight the Elite Black Knights and Dragonhide Mages and such to get incredibly rare, like 1 in 1,500 drops of the pieces here, which we're going to hold in our inventory for a little bit here, unfortunately, because they'll eventually be able to be put into the player-owned house storages, and I don't want to get them back at 1 in 1,500 rates. So we're just going to be holding on to these for a while, as unfortunate as that is. We're going to alch this for 18,000 coins, which is very unfortunate. Day of release, when I did this the first time, I sold the lump for like 10 million coins, so that's a lot better. The other drops from the Knights and Mages don't matter. It's just the 1 in 1,500s. But then there's also Tormented Demons, where you can get Dragon Claws, which are a very nice special attack weapon that we also aren't going to worry about. They're also very much a pain to fight without 250 plus stats. Also, completely changed drop table a little bit in 2014, so that's fine. If we wanted to make the Dragon Plate body, we would need to get all 3 of the different chunks of this, and then go to the Blast Furnace and buy a Blast Fusion Hammer for 1 million coins, and then take the hammer and the dragon pieces to the Dragon Forge that we unlocked. And there you go. A Dragon Plate body. It's not good, but it's something interesting. And that's pretty much it. Also, a lot of the people that died have been replaced by new people. Some of them didn't get replaced, though. Turiel was talking about his daughter, Spria, so she is the new Slayer Master there. Durdel is replaced by Lapalak. Gommel had already got Ladi to be the new guard of the Warriors Guild. Slan is replaced by Yanech. And Mastuna is fine still. Was replaced by Actrin only during the quest, because he came back. He's okay-ish. Probably has still the broken armor on or something. Nobody exists to replace Cyrus and Hazelmere, though. And in the NPC contact spell, Cyrus is grayed out, because he's Gone. Disintegrated. Reduced to nothing. And there's one last reward that we can get here by doing the whole focusing the energy business. Direct the flow of power into a skill level 65 plus. Take a wild guess what we're going to use. It's Herblore! 100,000 XP. There's very few things that are better to see than 100,000 Herblore XP. Still feel there's some unlocked potential. 200,000 Herblore XP. Still feel there's some unlocked potential. 300,000 Herblore XP. Still some more unlocked potential. 400,000 Herblore XP. I believe that is all the unlocked potential I can release. It's made you quite powerful. You betcha. It's also giving us another vision while we get our 74 Herblore level up message here. Skipped a few levels there, that's fine. The Stone of Jas. Sithath. Strength grows within me, the power resonates. Strishath. I feel it too, it is vast. The Dragonkin shall be freed. We shall cause the world to quake with our might. Sekurth. Let us bring terror and pain to the small races. Terror and pain. The Dragonkin have been unleashed. Epilogical experience. Guthix leaves epilogue and claim the XP. Can technically not claim the XP. It'd be foolish to do so, though. Alright. We got also passed 275 quest points. By that we got that exactly. You advanced 5 Herblore levels. You've achieved level 74. Well, that's wild. Let's see all the new potions we can make with 5 additional levels here. That is later the Juju Fishing Potion, Juju Woodcutting Potion, Juju Mining Potion, and Anti-Poison Totem, Lycopus, Strong Range Potion, Demon Hand, Strong Melee Potion, Demon Hand, Buckthorn, Super Divination Potion, Super Woodcutting Potion, Super Mining Potion. What we do get are possibly Quorum Gloves. Those exist from Fist of Guthix, which we're not going to do. We can make anti-poison plus mixes and super defense mixes for the barbarian potions. You can clean a dwarf weed, make a regular weapon poison plus, and super, which is just regular ranging potions. So from this, we can basically clean a dwarf weed and make a ranging potion. That's pretty much the useful things that are currently unlocked that are in here. Not terrible. Although getting Wines of Zamorak is a different process. At any rate, here's Surak. How's it going, Surak? Open the door and talk to Surak. I'm enjoying your cell, Surak. You let me out of here. This isn't over. Aha, it's nice to see a little justice around here. As the one positive, I guess. Surak is in jail, but Lucian has the Staff of Armadil and the Stone of Jas. And yeah, this isn't over. But we're going to need a lot more power before we get to that next level of things. And other, even larger problems in between before we even get there. We got a lot of training to do, and that chunk of Herblore XP is definitely going to be helpful. As we continue on, next time, goodbye.